Omi's been acting different ever since the storm.
Yeah, well, she always gets all weird around Christmas.
At that night, I knew St. Nicholas was not coming this year. Instead, it was a much darker, more ancient spirit. It was Krampus.
I just got my ass kicked by a bunch of Christmas cookies, so trust me when I say I can take it.
Welcome, everybody, to Midnight Cinema, your deep dive into horror movies, sci-fi films, cult classics, new and old. Warning, everybody, there are spoilers ahead, so make sure you shake your sleigh bells. I am Art Hennessy in San Diego, California.
And I am Erik Rodenheiser in Salem, Massachusetts. And I wanted to say Klaus von Krampus, which is Italian for Krampus says hello. I think I said that right. Klaus von Krampus. No, vom. All of you German friends out there, I'm so sorry, you Austrians. I ruined it.
Are we going to be getting some German from you in this podcast, Erik?
Nein, und schnell.
Erik is throwing out some German for us.
Oh.
And the word Krampus, because this episode, Erik, we are covering the movie Krampus. Came out in 2015, directed by Michael Dougherty, starring Adam Scott, Toni Collette, David Koechner, MJ Anthony, Allison Tolman, and Krista Stadler as Omi.
Yeah, Omi. Omi's pulling my heartstrings in this one.
Omi is. Yeah. So Erik, this is Krampus. Tis the season, Erik.
Tis the season to see Krampus. I know, look, I'm even wearing my Krampus.
Erik is wearing some Krampus horns with a nice fur cap.
Well,
yes,
yeah.
It looks great. I love it. I like the detail on it.
Well, so, in Salem, there's a Krampus walk, and I keep forgetting to do it.
Okay.
So I got this hat for that, and I'm not going to be myself. I'm going to be the Grinch pretending to be Krampus. See if I can infiltrate the Krampuses.
Now, Erik, it's a Krampus walk.
Yeah.
But in Europe, they have Krampus runs.
Oh, my gosh. It is nuts. I don't know if you...
I've seen video and I've seen, and apparently it sometimes gets really out of hand and people get injured. I was reading in some of these Krampus runs.
What's one of your things you say, Art? If you can't play the game, don't get the team together. I don't know. Something like, it's the Krampus is he's not, he comes to punish, dude. He's not there to like give you gifts and let you sit on his lap and ho 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 and all that.
All right. So we're talking a lot about Krampus, Erik, and there may be some people listening who are like, what the hell are they talking about, Krampus? They might have never heard of Krampus listening to us.
Maybe not, but the movie brought Krampus to America.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. This movie was like, what? Who's Krampus? So now everybody knows.
Yeah. So this is a director that we have covered before. A Popcorn Bucket Award is given now to director Michael Dougherty. He directed Trick or Treat, which is a movie that we covered before on Midnight Cinema. And when we talk about somebody more than once, they get a little Popcorn Bucket Award. And Erik, you and I both really liked Trick or Treat. We gave it a recommendation. Thought it was really great Halloween season movie. That was what we came down on. It felt like Halloween. It gave a great Halloween spirit to it. And here, Michael Dougherty, this is his second film. He's back a number of years later. This was 2015. Little long after his first movie, I think.
Oh, so Art, this is his second movie?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I learned from you again. I didn't realize this is Michael Dougherty's second film.
Yeah.
Wow.
So here he is back again, Erik. And apparently he really wanted to do this. He was trying to figure out a way to do a Christmas horror movie because he said when he was growing up, he liked the idea of that. And there really wasn't anything for him. He said, you have your Silent Night, Deadly Nights and things like that, but that wasn't really doing it for him. So he actually made up his own character when he was younger. Like we know, he sketched out our little host of activities in Trick or Treat, Sam, who's a little character who has a bag over his head. And he he sketched out a character called Santa Claus, Claws. And that was his little cartoon inspiration. But then he put it away for years. And what really sparked his imagination again, Erik, you just kind of mentioned it. In the early 2000s, what became popular in this country was, I'm going to mispronounce, but you can correct me, Krampus carton. Like, in other words, like, give holiday cards that had Krampus on them. It was kind of the idea that you would have these holiday cards with Krampus.
Yes, and if you don't know what Krampus looks like by now, well, but Krampus really, he kind of looks like a devil, a hairy devil. He's got the correct Krampus is he's got one goat hoof and then one regular foot. And he's got long claws. He's got a terrible tail. And he's got these demon horns, kind of like these ones that kind of curve around. And then he's got a frickin' tongue that's about a foot long. And he's got a little satchel on his back. And he comes basically with sticks. And if he doesn't like what you're doing, he slaps you back and forth with the stick. And then he throws you in his bag. And he takes you to his cave and eats you.
Seriously, so be good, kids.
Holy
Because
crap. The Germans are like, if you do not be good this year, Krampus will destroy you. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, so Krampus emerged as sort of the dark side of St. Nicholas.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And there's a lot of those art in. I love all this. I love Christmas as much as I love Halloween. So I love all this lore and history. And there's so many of these devious characters that are like anti-Santa. And Santa's probably like, geez, oh my gosh. But yeah, Krampus is now everybody's favorite. And then, so he comes usually before Santa. And he won't necessarily destroy you if you're good. Wow, what a thing. It's like, you better be good on Christmas. And I let you know and everybody else that because it's the holiday season, we're going to do some holiday, conceivably horror films. But I am very much not into the horror films where Santa is the killer. But this one just hits all of the right vibes for me.
But Michael Dougherty found the inspiration when Krampus started hitting the American culture. He was like, this is it. This is the way into telling a Christmas horror movie. So off they went. And I'll tell you, for somebody whose first movie, Trick or Treat, got shoved straight to DVD and so didn't really have a big box office, but it had gained a cult following. They gave him a budget for this movie. I mean, he's got stars in this movie. For those of you who remember when we just said the cast list, Adam Scott, Toni Collette, David Koechner, it's like, these are good actors. Also, we're going to talk about the budget because I think this movie looks great.
I do too. And you probably know, but Trick or Treat was rated R, and they wouldn't do this one unless it was PG-13. And now I can't help thinking about every time you said it, you taught me about PG-13 that you can only say one F word. So when that F word came up, I was like, there it is. I thought of you. I'm like, oh, there it is.
And if people know, when Erik and I do a PG-13 movie, we try to refrain ourselves to only one F-bomb during the podcast.
Right. I blow it at the beginning. I usually blow it and then continue. It turns to rated R no matter what our podcast is. I'm so fake German.
So let's start, Erik. We're starting into this.
I'm excited.
Bells on the soundtrack, the like Santa sleigh bells, and then wind whistling. And Erik, I love it when they play with studio logos in a movie. I love that no matter what. When they do something to the logo to change it for the spirit of the movie. Love it. And this one is the Universal symbol, and the Universal comes around and it's got the icicles hanging off it, and the globe just looks frozen. And they continue it to the Legendary Pictures logo, and it just feels icy and cold.
Yep.
I love it.
It's
love it.
Already creepy.
Yes.
And then you get the next scene. You're like, wait, what? It starts with, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
And this is a long opening credits scene, which we don't get a lot of in movies anymore. Very intricate, lot of extras, lot of stunt people. And so I appreciated it, but I was surprised by it. What we get here is it's a It's a department store on, it seems like Black Friday, the vibe, but we're technically, I think, like the 23rd of December or something like that.
Yeah. Must
in
have
the
been
movie.
a sale. I forget what the name of the store was.
The Mucho Mart.
Mucho Mart. There you go.
is the name of the store.
I love this opening scene because it's mayhem. And our director, Dougherty, he can pick out the best, him and Tim Burton can pick out the best character faces. So all of the people, awkward looking people that he could get for like the disgruntled or just completely bored workers. It was awesome. But there is complete mayhem. There's people getting tased. There's a guy falling like to his death, I would imagine, from a ladder.
There's like people fighting each other on the ground. It's nuts.
There's the most uninterested Santa. He's like, please, somebody please kill me.
And the people at the registers just have those slack-jawed faces as they're taking the credit cards. That guy must be so excited that he was on him for like at least 3 seconds with his door. So, like I said, this goes on for a while, and as Erik said, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. And I think it's the opening, like you said, we had eerie bells and wind, and now we're getting a lot more fun. We're getting this looks like it could be the opening to like Jingle All the Way or something like that.
All the way. He's also Austrian. Him and Krampus, they hang out.
Right. This could be the opening to sort of a family Christmas comedy or something like that.
And one of Orsina is gonna listen to this podcast because we already saw Krampus 3 days ago. But her favorite part is when the like super sturdy security guard is dragging these two people behind her. She looks Austrian. She looks like she's been lifting weights, and she looks like
she's in a strongman competition where they're like dragging two logs or something.
She loves her job.
But really fun stuff. And then it's going to dolly in through this mayhem into. I was a little confused at this. It looks like it dollies into an area that's been roped off and kind of has curtains around it, and it goes through the curtains, and we're seeing, it looks like a Christmas pageant set up with chairs all set up like there's an audience, and in the middle of it, there's two kids fighting on the stage. One is dressed as a shepherd, and I don't know what the other one's dressed as, but they're fighting it out.
It's one of our main characters. I can't say he's a reindeer, but yeah, they're going at it. It's in slow-mo. It's awesome. What I love is there's one elderly woman and she's just smiling like it's the best thing in the world.
Well, I think she's playing an organ or something. I think she's playing the music, but she has no idea what's going on behind her. That's the idea I got. She's just playing the music, but doesn't realize that everything's devolved.
Wow. All the times I've seen this, there's always something I love. Now I'm going to look for her just like, ding, ding,
yeah. So two parents run in. It's Adam, Scott, and Toni Collette to break the kids up. But it's hard to break the kids up. They're really going at it. They're fighting.
Oh, there's snow in the face. It's like, dirty fighting. He takes that fake snow and shoves it in the kid's face.
Yeah.
I mean, so much effort in just the opening scene. It's awesome.
Yeah. And then, boom, right? We cut to a classic Alistair Sim's Christmas Carol. The old one, and it's Jacob Marley telling him, you're going to be visited by three spirits. You have a chance of escaping my fate. That dialogue there.
Yes.
And
Scrooge is always, I guess, grumpy. He doesn't have the Christmas spirit.
But we pull back and we see somebody is baking up a storm in this kitchen as this is playing.
Now, Art, you would think this is just movie kitchen, like nobody would bake this many cookies, but I have to tell you that my awesome Swiss wife, all of the cookies that are on that table I have eaten, and they have been baked every year. And I'm sorry, Orsina, I'm forgetting some of the names, but it's like Streepspuppe and Mailandeli and Schnaufeskörner. But the ones that look like stars and have the jam in it are, they're so good. I will be eating those very cookies this year. And they're being baked by an Austrian.
Yes.
Oh, me.
Omi. It's a woman. She looks like she's probably like in her 70s or right.
Maybe
And
80.
Yeah, 80 possibly. And she's baking them all. And I don't know if you were listening with headphones on, but I noticed this in the last movie too. Michael Dougherty is really good at playing with sound. And she's baking the cookies and she looks kind of content about the cookies. And then in the background, you start to hear the sniping and arguing of family members as they're coming into the house and up the steps. That sort of interrupts this lovely kitchen Christmassy setting that we have, and that bleeds in louder and louder into the sound. I just wanted to mention that. I know you get sometimes frustrated when I go up, but I noticed it.
There's so much sound in Krampus. Yes, so I am 100% with you there, and it's sad because the Omi is the mom of Tom.
Adam Scott. Tom. This is the Engels family.
Yes.
Yeah.
Engel and Orsina's dad is named Tom Amsler. Oh, Tom Amsler. And he tells me, he's like, oh, I love what you're doing, but don't go crazy because we bought cookies at the store. And you just get deflated a little, like, what a jerk.
Because Tom, that's Adam Scott, and Sarah's his wife, that's Toni Collette. They've come back with Max, their son, who we realized was the one fighting at the pageant. They had broken it up. And Beth is their teenage daughter. So Max, how old would you say Max is, the son? What do you think his age is?
Well, he's in the 6th grade.
Okay.
So I don't know. That's
11, 12.
And my whole family believes in Santa, so I'm with this kid. All right. So and the parents call him on it, like, well, they got to learn sometime. And he tries to be like, oh, yeah, I was just trying to, I didn't want anyone to get upset. But clearly Max believes in Santa.
Yes.
And his parents don't get along. It's just not happy.
Yeah. And they come in and Omi had the Christmas Carol on the TV, and Tom, the dad, just switches it to the news, and right away we hear, the war on Christmas, is it coming? And Omi just looks really like no.
And here's the fun, I love this about Omi, is that she speaks German only, but Max understands her and speaks to her in English.
Yes.
And I swear, Art, I don't know why I love a movie so much until we start talking about it, but I would speak to my grandmother, who was French.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't speak English. And we would talk back and forth. I'm like, oh,
but you would understand the French.
I lost the horn. I lost the Krampus horn. It's got to go.
Erik, you lost the Krampus horn. They're going out.
All right, I'm good.
That is, and Erik, I did want to ask you right now. I saw out your window. There's like did you build that snowman? It's kind of off in the distance there, out there. Did you see that? It's like, is that,
No, it's not. Wow, it wasn't supposed to snow till tomorrow. But
okay, it looks like it's snowing there.
Well, I just I was busy crumpling up a letter to Santa, and I was
okay. All right.
But that's weird.
Yeah. So she would speak French, and you would answer in English. Is that kind of what you're saying? Like, Oh, wow.
And I have no idea if she understood me or whatever. But that's I love the relationship. So you really got family, but you just got them struggling. And another thing we do is we take pictures with Santa every year, regardless of age. And guess who else does? Toni Collette.
Yes.
They got that picture from the, not the mall Santa, but what you just got, Mucho Mart Santa. Mucho Mart Santa.
And she's hanging it up with Beth. Beth's upset. Beth, the teenage daughter, because the cousins are coming.
Ooh.
They're cousins, and she does not. Boy, this family, Beth is kind of nasty. She's like, I'm not sharing my room with girls who have to pee standing up, she says.
Yeah.
And you're like, ouch.
One of them pooped in my bed. It was the dog.
Yeah. Toni Collette is kind of like, look, and she goes, Mom, you said they shouldn't even be allowed to breed. And Toni Collette is, no, I said they should take a test before they breed. But they're putting up this picture. So Beth storms off because we get the real feeling Beth just wants to go spend time with her boyfriend, Derek, at his house. She doesn't want to be around all these cousins that are going to be coming any minute. But when Toni Collette hangs up that Mucho Mart Santa picture, Erik, looks like a normal photo, right?
Sure.
She's looking at it. Yeah.
Yeah, nobody's too happy, but Santa's kind of digging it.
She notices that Santa's staring at Beth, the teenage daughter's bottom. Yeah.
And Toni Collette art is so good in this movie. She's so believable with her expressions and stuff, because when she looks at the photo, she just goes, oh, like, oh. I mean, that's off to Toni Collette. She's awesome.
Yeah. I did see a little deleted scene, Erik. It just added on here. Toni Collette put that up, and then she walked down and you got to see all the year's photos because she hangs them all up, and you kind of got to see the family devolving over the years from the happy family to the, you can see it online. It's a little,
watch that
little add-on. And then it ends with the punchline of the Santa looking at, but they cut to just that end punchline. But I thought it was kind of a cute little gag.
Yeah. And if you've ever taken pictures, Santa pictures throughout the years with you or your kids, it's fun to see them like when they're teeny tiny and then full adults still taking a picture with Santa. And one of my favorites is Santa's holding my youngest brother out, and he is just screaming his head off. And the Santa looks just as creepy. Like, where was the Santa, in a basement? Oh my God.
Yeah. And so what we're getting here, Erik, too, is we're learning Max hasn't finished his letter to Santa. He's sort of in private, between him and Omi knows he still believes, and he has his letter. It started with Dear Santa, and he hasn't decided what he wants to ask for yet from Santa. And Omi tells him, well, I'm sure you'll think of something. And we do start to notice too, Omi, as much as she's sweet with Max, she does look a little on edge. Like you're noticing a little bits of Omi, sort of her eyes darting out the window and things like that. And that's going to continue.
Omi, I agree. Omi isn't happy, but she is German. So for a German, she's probably super excited. I have lots of Swiss and German relatives, and that's excitement sometimes. But here's the scene that I love here, Art. It just gets me. He asks if she believes in Santa, and she goes, naturally. I mean, so great. And then she said all the right answers. She says, St. Nicholas is what you make of him. It's a spirit of giving and sacrifice. But she says it all in German, and Max is answering her in English. So they have a great relationship. I envy that relationship that they have. Oh, meine Harten ist pumpen. That's not German.
Then, boy, why aren't Max and Beth 500 pounds? Because every time they turn around, Omi has a cookie for them.
Oh, yeah.
It's like she just has a cookie all the time.
Cookies, yeah.
Sweets. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
and
Beth
we're getting a lot of themes here, Erik, in this opening. We're getting a lot of this, why do we have to be around family at the holidays if we don't like them? Why do we have to be around people when all we have in common with them is DNA? I'm just noticing that theme gets thrown out a lot.
That is great dialogue, Art. And you also see the disassociation of everybody in the house. So Beth is on a computer with her boyfriend, who has apparently the world's most Christmassy bong. Daddy's drinking.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, the house shakes. This is a little comical for me, but the whole house starts, like, when there's an earthquake, it's like, but it's a great premise, like, what's coming? Dun, dun, dun.
I mean, I didn't know. I mean, I drove Humvees before, but I didn't know that they have that much power.
Yeah,
these days, because the cousins have arrived, and they come in like a whirlwind. I think I appreciate filmmakers that pull off this type of stuff. I just do, where there's a lot of characters coming in, being introduced to them, a lot of conversation snippets, and how do you capture that sort of thing in a smooth yet interesting way. And I think he does a good job with this, Michael Dougherty. I just wanted to say that.
You have to figure out what the characters are in a very short period of time. And they're very believable. Your favorite guy, what's your guy's name? He's the brother-in-law.
Well, I like this actor, David Koechner. I always enjoy seeing him in things.
So they're a little on the...
He's in a lot of the Will Ferrell type of comedies.
Yeah.
He's in things like that.
He's very guy-like and condescending and comes in. And I love the way that Toni Collette puts on her very best Christmas face. She's like shaking her head, Merry Christmas. I mean,
well, she has to psych herself up. We see her just before going, it's Christmas. It's Christmas. It's happy. It's like a mantra. Yeah.
And they have a rich house. It's a very... very nice suburban house, I want to point out. And it doesn't look like they come from that. The family that's coming in, except for the Hummer, which is named Lucinda. He named it Lucinda. So we got Howie the dad, right?
Yes.
Then we got Howie Jr. who looks if you say like, I don't know if that's a term anymore, but just he looks vacant. He's dumb as a box of rocks. He has nothing going on in there.
Nothing behind his eyes. Yeah. And he has a weird mouth that's kind of like open. It's like slack-jawed. And he's got red curly hair. For those of you who have seen Trick or Treat, he looks so much like the red-headed, curly-headed kid that got in the opening of, not to spoil Trick or Treat for people who haven't seen it, but he figures into the opening, Charlie. Like you all will know who we're talking about if you've seen the movie. And behind the scenes for the podcast, I thought it was the same kid until Erik corrected me. And it makes sense because, as Erik pointed out, this movie was like 10 years afterwards. This kid wouldn't look the same if it was the same kid. But This is a New Zealand local. We should say this whole film was filmed in New Zealand.
New Zealand, yeah.
New Zealand.
Well, we got the mom who's wearing this awesomely outrageous Christmas sweater, which is the dopiest looking cartoon reindeer. And she looks like your average housewife, like probably not the happiest.
Yeah. I like this actress when she shows up in anything. Alison Tolman is her name, and she's really fun in a lot of projects. She's really good. That's Linda. So, yeah.
And then the girls come in, and the girls are a little cranky because the Steelers lost.
Yes. Now, the girls are Stevie and Jordan. And they have on like leather jackets from their high school, and they wear jeans and ball caps. And yes, I don't know how to think about all this, Erik, and what this movie is. They look like they've basically taken on their boys. They look like
probably today
their boys.
Yes, they would be. Yes, they would identify as male, or they're just like these. They look very angry. That's all I'm going to say about that. And then
the way you distinguish them is one of them has glasses. And,
and fun fact, Art, you probably know this, but Beth, the person who plays Beth, the person who plays Stevie, is her sister in real life. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And if you look at them, if she took off her glasses, I'd be like, oh my God, that's Beth.
Yeah.
It's just a fun fact that I found out because of the podcast. And there's more. There's a couple more members of the family. There's a dog.
Rosie is the dog. And that's the thing where, Erik, it's like, I think we've all had those things where you go to a big family event and you're like, oh yeah, you brought the dog. Like that's right, the dog.
It's not like the Christmas vacation dog, but it's still a little drooly bulldog. And then to drop the presents, you can hear some of them break.
Oh, yeah.
And we're not done.
No, because an unexpected relative has shown up. She comes in, Aunt Dorothy.
Yep. She's one of those people I describe as drink has made her round.
Yeah.
She's great, the actor.
Oh, yeah.
And you know who she is right away. She's got that little weird hat, and she's just She probably swears all the time. And first thing she says is, "Where's the nog? I need to get married."
And she walks in and all the beautiful decorations that Toni Collette, Sarah, has put up all over the house. She looks at it and she goes, "Lord Almighty, looks like Martha Stewart threw up in here." Yeah.
Yep. So we're done. There's no more people.
No, it's actually Tom says, "Aren't you guys, isn't there supposed to be another?" And they're all looking at him like, "What? Child?" I like that line delivery.
Yep.
And they all, "Oh yeah." So they got to go out and get another kid out of the.
Yep. And they bring the baby in. It's a baby. And what I love is the dad's like, "Oh, this warhead is armed." He's always talking about like guns and, he's condescending and all that stuff. Very loud guy.
As we cut out of this whole mayhem of this family arriving, Howard says, "Oh, the whole Humvee smells like shit." And then we cut out of that, and now we're going to have dinner, family dinner. Yeah.
And here's where also there's a little truth art, because this family technically is half Austrian. They're half German, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Tom, the dad's German. So maybe Toni Collette's not. But the dinner they're having, I agree sometimes that when we're having Swiss dinner, it's not always the dinner that you think you're going to get if you're an American. So Toni Collette is making all these cool things that nobody wants to eat. And there's no gun talk at the table either.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of the differences between this family. Howard is saying to Tom, "Do you ever spend any time on the fields?"
Well, actually, he did, Art, because he was an Eagle Scout.
But he points out that he has survival training with Eagle Scouts.
I only made it to I think I made it to Tenderfoot. That's it.
Oh, you went Tenderfoot?
Tenderfoot, that's the second level. I was like, I'm done. Yeah.
But that's pretty good, though. If Tom was an Eagle Scout, then that is actually a big accomplishment.
Oh my God, that's the end. That's the end.
That's it. You get taken up to Xenu, I think.
You get that hat, the little hat. Finally, the hat. You get it.
But Howard says, "I don't need any survival training. All I need is my smoke pole." So he's brought guns to Christmas.
Yep. And there's no ham. There's no ham there either.
Yeah.
So who doesn't make a ham at Christmas? She goes, "What are you, a Jew?" I was like, whoa. Oh,
yes.
Auntie.
There's some nasty back and forth here. And I wanted to talk to you about that later, because I'm wondering if what they're trying to set up is to not like these people, but somehow they are all likable. Let me put it this way. It feels like Christmas, this movie. It feels, I don't know what he's doing to capture it, but it does feel like Christmas. Even more so than, say, like, even though it's definitely pulling in like Christmas Vacation, like this family that's coming to visit is very much like Randy Quaid in the Vacation movies. We're getting a feeling like that, but they seem a little more realistic.
I was just going to say that, Art,
family.
That was just going to pass my lips. I was going to say that this one is believable. The brother-in-law isn't as believable as I'd like, and was it Stevie and what's the other one's name?
Jordan. Jordan.
I don't know why they cast this kid, but this kid breaks character, isn't even paying attention. But I think that everybody is very, for the most part, believable.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're at the table, and we got the girls, and they saw that Max had the letter to Santa in his back pocket
earlier.
Yeah, so at the dinner table, they call him Maxi Pad. They're like, "Hey, Maxi Pad."
It's really nasty. And what you're saying with the dad, Howard, he laughs at all this stuff. When they say stuff like Maxi Pad, he goes, "Ah!"
There's so much to talk about. We can't do everything. But when Howie Jr. is drinking like the 7-Up and burps, he's like, "That's my boy. That's my boy."
Yeah. So Stevie and Jordan have Max's letter to Santa.
Yes. He doesn't know it yet because they're too busy talking about telling Max that Santa had a crash on a snowy mountain and there was no food. So he had to eat his reindeer. 8 reindeer. Get it? But he knows that they're jerks. So he's like, "Yeah, what happened to Santa?"
Mm-hmm.
And the mom is making my favorite effing, I said effing, thank you, PG-13, dessert. I call it creamy brulee. But she's making homemade creme brulee. And I'm like, oh.
And she's getting the top caramelized. Yeah, she's hardening up the top there.
Yep. And here, with my mom's side of the family, we got dessert. I mean, ridiculous American dessert. But Orsina's family, sorry, Orsina, but like you'll get whipped cream and nuts. Or like a couple raspberries. They're like, here's your dessert. It's a raspberry. You got the whipped cream on it. It makes it special. That's why they're all thin. Sorry, honey. Pecan pie.
So Aunt Dorothy comes in. Wrong timing, Aunt Dorothy. This is not the time to... She goes, what the hell is this concoction? And Sarah she's like, look, I do all this stuff. You'd think you'd all be grateful. And there is a little moment. This is what I like the performance of Aunt Dorothy here. You see her kind of go like, oh, wait a minute. Come on. We appreciate it. We're just giving you. There is a little bit of a moment, but she's not having it, Sarah. She cuts her off. She's like, nope.
She bashes her about the trailer and stuff, but both of them do a great job, Art. Because you could see Toni Collette is upset that she even is saying these mean things. And yes, the auntie, that's almost her MO, is to be kind of an a-hole and doesn't probably realize it after years of training that she's kind of not very nice to people.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we get the Steeler girls reading Max's letter.
Oh,
and this just goes boom, serious. Because his letter is so heartfelt and he just wants to help the family. It's not even about him. He's like, I wish mom and dad were in love again, right?
Me and Beth could hang out like we used to. And then it's Stevie reading the letter and it starts to say, I wish things weren't so hard for Uncle Howard and Aunt Linda. And then it's like, whatever Max wrote in there, Stevie's like, Dad does not wish we were boys.
Yeah, and it's then the mom comes in. Who wants creamy brulee? That's my creamy brulee. And then there's a big fight, and he's like, "Ah!"
Oh, Max is trying to get the letter back. Yeah. Oh.
And he's all upset, and he says, "Oh my gosh, I just love Christmas. I'm sorry, everybody. I always get like, oh, when he's like, I just want Christmas to be like it used to be. He's like, I hate Christmas. I hate everyone." And it's so sad because what I love is the auntie goes, well, a kid deserves a prize for telling the truth, you know? So normally I would skip scenes like this. I'd be like, but it's so much going on. It's so good.
And then we go up and Tom comes upstairs to Max's room to kind of, hey, buddy, you know, the hey, buddy scene.
Hey, buddy.
But this is where we talked a little earlier, Eric, they're bringing in this theme again. Max lays it out. I think he says what I said earlier. Why do we have to put up with them just because we share the DNA?
Yeah.
And it's funny. Tom keeps trying to tell Max, well, maybe it makes us work a little harder to find what we have in common and things like that. But Max is kind of not buying it. And Tom is kind of like, you bring up some good points.
Yeah. He's like, maybe you got something there. Yeah. Max does not like it at all.
So Max, he has his letter and we first think he's going to send it. He's putting it in the envelope and then he has a change of heart and he rips that letter up into a bunch of pieces.
Yep.
Goes out to his window. The score changes. You're noticing the score that we've been listening to kind of. Yeah. He throws it out his window into the night.
And what's cool is it's very Mary Poppins-ish. It goes in a spiral, a swirl up into the night, right? Where the moon is. It's really cool.
It is, Eric. I want to point out it has there's an opportunity for it not to be cool, to look cheesy, but I think they executed it that well. It doesn't look that way.
Yep.
And then we see
cold winter night skies, that blue, just dark blue. And
I know you appreciate this. We get the classic 80s clouds rolling in that I think they do it in an aquarium tank, right? They put like a cloudy thing in an aquarium tank and make it bellow out. Yep.
It's like Indiana Jones, when they open the ark. Whoa!
And that's coming, or Close Encounters, or one of those movies.
It's just a good thing. Everybody,
and it comes rolling in over the whole town, the whole town, and we see.
Yes.
Yeah.
So one by one, Art, the lights go out, and till it gets to their house, and that's the last one. And apparently, everybody loves Christmas in this town because almost every freaking house. Decorated, but then all goes out.
Where I live, there's your neighborhood might be the same, but there's a street called Highland near us, and they call it Ho Ho Highland. But every house has one of those 60-foot tall Santas, blow up Santas in it. Every house. I'll send you no. And Amanda and I wonder, if you move there, do you have to sign some sort of Christmas covenant, that you're going to have one of these Santas in your yard? But
you do.
It's about a mile, Erik, of driving. And it's almost like you're driving, you see the military ceremony where they're holding their swords up. You feel like you're going through just a phalanx of Santas for about a mile. That's crazy.
Cool. I love
it's
that
really
stuff.
cool.
We have a couple of neighborhoods like that here, and like you said, it's probably the neighborhoods like, look, sign this contract. You have to have 1,000 lights minimum on your house. And I always want to go see Christmas lights. Not always my family, but I'm like, let's go see the lights. I have a lot of lights outside, Art, but I don't have a giant inflatable Santa or a Krampus or anything.
Yeah.
I got
so all those Christmas lights go out, and then finally the Engel's house goes out. Boom.
Yep.
And then we get an advent calendar.
Art I just freaking filled today. Thank you very much. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Santa
you did?
Filled, not me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
It looks almost like that, except it has compartments for candy, not for stupid pictures. What a rip.
Nice.
Yeah. So the advent calendar, it says the 23rd, right?
23rd, and it's a huge snowman, like a big snowman.
Kind of scary looking. It looks like it's 18th century drawings snowman.
Yes. Yeah. It was up, and power's out. We wake up, power's up.
Power's out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Erik,
all the
what's
lights
going on?
went off in the neighborhood. I got my generator here, but geez.
Ooh.
Okay.
That wind sounds pretty strong. Is it increased
can you hear
out
it from there?
I can, yeah.
It is New England, Art. Don't worry about it.
I don't know if we're picking up on the mic or not, but let me know if you need to.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Something.
I'm fine.
But power's out. Phones are out. Max looks out his window, and there's in his yard something that wasn't there before.
An inflatable Santa? 60-foot inflatable Santa? Oh.
No.
Oh, shoot.
That would have been funny, but
it would have been funny. No, it's a snowman, but it's not. It is like if somebody built a snowman in anger, someone just really depressed was like, I'm going to make a snowman.
Yeah.
That weird,
it's a large snowman.
It looks like just a weird stovetop hat and the wooden hands, the stick hands, but it's creepy. And it is so winter out there. I mean, everything's covered in snow, like that thick, icicle-y snow. Yeah.
And this is all, kudos. This is all soundstage. This is not exteriors that they're doing here. They built all of this using the same sound stages as they use for Lord of the Rings. So
maybe Frodo's out there.
Right. But DHL is out delivering, Erik. So they're ringing the bell. And they're delivering a package, and Linda goes out to get the package. But there's another thing sitting on the doorstep, too, that she said to DHL, this one, too? And he's like, no, that I didn't deliver that.
Which has been delivered to our house before, Art.
What?
Oh, it has been delivered. The same kind of package has been on our doorstep. So
really?
I know it well. Yes, it's a big crimson Santa-looking bag. Like 1800 Santa is what it looks like. And it must be the boys in brown that delivered it.
So DHL getting their product placement.
Yeah, but
getting a dig at UPS.
Yep.
We're out here right now. Yep. But DHL's out delivering. But when they're taking it in, we get more of this sniping. They're talking, Linda and Howard. Howard's like, look at all this. Why do the rich people get all the free stuff? And she says, when she's going in, Erik, she says, they must be their Democrats.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
I'm glad they didn't a lot of people wanted more of that, like Democrats, Republicans, all that. And it would be more topical, I guess. But I just don't think it was necessary. You can tell that the families are on separate sides of the fence.
Yes. Right. Yeah. And there's a lot of talk, between Howard and, we were talking about earlier, training for the Eagle Scouts, survival training, that sort of macho type of stuff between the two dads, getting the idea that Howard very much looks down on Tom as, I'll just call it as sort of like a liberal snowflake. Yeah, in the spirit of the
Krampus,
spirit of the season. Yeah.
60-foot Santa. But Beth has been allowed to go see her boyfriend, her stoner boyfriend, but only for an hour because she's going to have to come back and play with the girls.
But she looks at the girls and they're all out wrestling. You can tell they might wrestle for their high school team because they're like
going at it. And the dad loves it. He's like, "Come on, put your back into it." Loves it.
Yeah, but she's going out, but they're letting her go. It's interesting because Sarah, Toni Collette, doesn't seem to want to let her go, but Adam Scott says, she can, it's almost like she can take a look at the neighborhood if she goes out and goes over to Derek's too and see what the heck's going on.
But only
around
for an hour.
Here.
Just an hour.
Well, that's it. Only an hour.
Because you got to come home for Christmas. It's family time. It's family time.
But then, Tom says to Max, get her away from the fire. Omi's always around the fireplace. Get her away from the fireplace. So we're getting the idea that Omi's been hanging out a lot near the fireplace. But here it's for a good reason, Erik. Yep. I was like, I want me some of that.
Yep.
She pulls a tray out. Hot chocolate, Erik.
And if you look at it, because I'm watching details, she's actually pouring chocolate, but it's that rich European dark chocolate. And then she's got all this other stuff that you can mix.
Probably melted at chocolate bars, right?
Oh, yeah. And she says in German that hot chocolate makes everything better. I wish I could have said it with the hotte chocolate machen alles means all. I know that. But and then he understands, or Max understands what she's saying. She's not as vulnerable as Toni Collette thinks because she just made frickin' hot chocolate. She's not going to catch on fire. She's frickin' saving them with sweets.
Yeah. And now, Erik, I want to ask you, so it's interesting. Up until now, this is not a horror movie up to this point. You've probably noticed.
Yeah. But they are giving you these ominous things like something's coming, something's happening. So going in, you're anticipating. Yeah.
Right.
So, but
they didn't do any sort of cold open, aside from these little things outside the snowman, the sounds, the score here. This is a holiday movie about families coming together so far, right?
Well, not anymore.
No, because we cut to just snowy landscape. Looks great.
Oh my God.
Feels like that winter snow when you're going out, Erik. It really captures that great winter feel.
It's unreasonable, Art. It's like there's been a storm going on for 6 days.
Right.
Because there's huge, like snowy icicles. It's like if you made a Christmas village and you covered it with snow. That's what it looks like. And Beth is just walking inappropriately dressed, if you ask me, for 0 degrees. Going out to her boyfriend's house.
Yes. And so she's walking sort of down the center of the street, and there's houses on either side. These big suburban houses. Now, I read in some trivia, Erik, that they designed some of these houses to look like famous 80s houses from movies.
There's a couple. I didn't notice.
Maybe they had the Home Alone house in there somewhere.
No, the only one I got was the house from Psycho, and then Michael Dougherty's house. Like I know what that looks like. I'm like, I'm not a stalker, Michael.
So then we start to hear sleigh bells like jingling, but kind of in a weird way.
Yes, almost. Jingle bells and kind of chains, almost like Jacob Marley-ish. Looks on one of the rooftops. And remember, guys, this is snow and, obstructed view. There's a form sitting on the rooftop. And it looks like this big hunched over thing, but with these massive, long, thin horns on the rooftop. And she screams, and it starts chasing her, jumping from house to house. And Art, remember we always talk about, oh, Erik, you have something, I think, similar at home. The sounds of whatever you're hearing that's howling, it has this specific sound is like, I have that's a terrible version of it. I have the same frickin' sound in the Lost Museum. It is the same sound bite. So I hear this Krampusy sound every October. Yep. But it's some weird howl. I can't do it. But she sees the delivery truck. She figures she's run to the truck to get help. Well, she opens the door and the delivery truck guy is in there and he's frozen with his mouth open. So just want to point out, as we follow the story, what we're led to believe right now is that the driver of this truck is dead, frozen dead, right? So she screams and then she sees the Krampus moving around, which is an awesome effect. So she goes underneath the truck. The safest place when you're in danger is underneath a frozen truck. Wow. And then you see the hooves landing right next to her. So that these giant hooves. So something's there. Something's out there. Art.
Yeah. So when you think about how they're introducing this big creature to us, Erik, it was in the distance, long shot. But now we're getting just parts of it, but close up. So we're getting to see the details on the hooves and the chains. It has sort of chains dragging off of it. And the bottoms of its garments, we're getting to see that detail close up. So we've seen far away, real close up, but we haven't seen the whole thing together yet, sort of in a nice close up.
I just heard, actually, bells, like from the front door. Hello?
All right.
Loba? Oh, it's okay, it's Orsina. I thought, sorry, it's the podcast. It's freaking me out. But there's, it leaves, Art. And what I love is the hooves go up and out. Like it just pulled a Santa. Right? And it leaves, on the other side, there's a little package.
Well, we start to hear Silent Night. Little ding, 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 ding. Yeah, it's a little Jack in the Box with the handle that you would crank. She looks over and boing, it pops up, jump scare, Jack in the Box, top jump scare, pops open. And this is great. It doesn't pop out. There isn't a Jack in the Box, doesn't go, and jump out at you.
Yeah, something just starts coming out of it. You don't even see it. And you just see her reaction looking at it. And she just freaks out. Wah! Then I guess whatever that is, Art, went under the truck because that truck is bouncing up and down.
Yeah.
So that would mean, although I didn't see her body, and that's always a thing in a horror movie, that would mean that Beth is dead.
The sounds that are coming, Erik, I believe are crunching, tearing, chomping, her screaming like a banshee. Every indication is that she's been ripped apart by something.
Yes. And so in a rated R movie, Art, I know that we would both be seeing like blood spurt out the side of the truck, right? From underneath, but we're PG-13, everybody. So
yes,
we're out of luck. Can I say we're shit out of luck?
I think you can say
right?
that.
Shit,
right?
Damn, poop, pee.
Is there a limit on the S word in PG-13?
I don't know.
We're rolling, Erik. We'll roll like an 80s PG.
Yeah, 80s PG. Yeah, inappropriate things. We'll say inappropriate things.
Right. Yeah, so I want to ask you, Erik, so I was a little taken aback because I was like, oh, wow, they just killed Beth. Like that was my reaction watching it. Like, right? Like, I don't know how you were. Yeah.
I
didn't
went,
expect that.
She didn't make it to her boyfriend's. She's not smoking a bong.
No.
Nope.
It was kind of surprising. And we know from his other movie, Trick or Treat, Michael Dougherty doesn't shy away from surprise deaths or really going hard at stuff, killing children. Like he will And I'm like, okay, this is how this movie's going to roll. That's what I thought.
Oh, and I'll also point out that just like Trick or Treat, I imagine he's doing a lot of off-camera deaths. He's not.
Yes, you pointed that out.
Yeah. So this one, we don't see her die, but like you said,
and Erik, this is also calling to mind, you're bringing up PG-13 and we brought up 80s just a second ago, really bringing up like Gremlins vibes and things to me for the way some of these things are going to go.
Did you say Gremlins?
I did say Gremlins, right? I'm really
See you in a couple of weeks there.
Yeah. Little hint. But that, right, you were getting some Joe Dante type vibes from this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's quite enjoyable right now. Up to this point. And then we go back to the house and there's more snowmen.
Well, that's so weird you say that.
Why?
No, I was just saying outside your window
Why are you looking out my window? What are you, a stalker? What are you doing?
Well, are your
podcast here?
Are your kids and your wife out there building snowmen?
No, what's weird is we don't the kids aren't here.
Okay.
Christina's all covered in snow. Her nose is red. But, honey, did you see those snowmen in the yard? She's not interested, just like the parents in the movie. They don't care. Who's making the snowman art?
I know.
Who's doing it? Wouldn't that freak you out?
Well, not only that, we're back at the house. Yeah, Max sees more snowmen out the window.
Yes,
and we get this long. It's done well. There's like a long tracking shot down the dining room table to Tom and Sarah, and they're talking like, "Oh, I miss us. I miss." And I'm like, "Your daughter left in a snowstorm.
Yeah,
she hasn't checked in, and she's not back yet." And Adam Scott is kind of going, she's a tough kid. I'm like,
tough kid. Frostbite doesn't affect her like it affects everyone else.
I was like, hey.
She's 90 pounds, this girl?
Now, they do hear a siren in the distance, Erik, almost like a police siren going off, which made me wonder about some geography issues and what's actually happening here.
Yeah. Well, they did say a lot of the neighbors are on vacation or not there.
Yeah.
But there seems to be no one around to build those snowmen.
Yeah.
And Omi is putting more logs on Sophia. They got a lot of wood in the house, right?
And Omi's a good presence, this actress here. She's just so good. Erik, would you say she's kind of like throughout the movie? I pointed out earlier, she's kind of in a different movie than everybody else. Everybody else is in this sort of National Lampoon's vacation-y sort of movie. And then she's off to the side. You'll see her sometimes, looking out the window or just quietly, no dialogue, stoking the fire. And she's off to the side in a horror movie somewhere.
She's like she's kind of the anchor for us to keep it in the reality. And I also think that she's more like she's almost like a little Greek chorus of one Austrian woman.
A harbinger, might you say?
Oh my God. And I just figured out what the name of the cookies were.
Oh.
Yeah. And Orsina's going to correct me if she hears it, but Spitzbube. I know, it sounds fun. And Mailandali. Okay. So there you go.
Good.
I just at the top of my head. Sorry, I was thinking Austrian, fire, German. There we go. Yeah. So the dad's going to go look for Beth, right?
Yeah, with Howard. They're going to take Lucinda the Hummer.
Lucinda.
Humvee. Recon mission. Yeah, Howard's all over it. Recon mission. Yeah. He goes, thought you'd never ask. Yeah. And I love it. He hands off the baby to Linda, his wife. He goes, go to mama.
Yeah, and Omi doesn't want them to go. And what I love is her hand. Her awesome Euro hands. She's got some amazing hands. She could like chop wood with a fist, but she's shaking and Max grabs her hand. So I thought that was pretty cool because she's nervous about something, right?
Yeah. Tom assures her everything's going to be okay, but
and he speaks in frickin' Austrian German. He speaks to her. Yeah. I love it. It's so great.
So Tom and Howard, they head out in the Humvee, riding in the storm. They can't catch anything on the radio.
Yeah, it's acting weird.
Everything's acting weird. And then I caught this, Erik. They start to pull up on an abandoned snowplow, but the Hummer's got those big lights on the top. I meant to send you, Erik. I took a screenshot. It's the exact shot from Jaws where they come upon old Ben's boat in the water with the headlights. and the way they flash across the boat in Jaws, it is framed. It is the exact same shot. They come on an abandoned snowplow with that light at the top just eerily going in the snow, the red light on the top of the snowplow.
Yep. They find that snowplow. And speaking of snowplow, my lovely wife is here to interrupt us.
Oh, okay.
She's going to know.
Is it an invitation to interrupt?
Just get on that mic there.
Yeah, it's extended.
Hi, Art.
Hi.
We were talking about one, how there's a bunch of snowmen in our yard inexplicably. But two, could you just rattle off a couple of Austrian Swiss Christmas cookies? Because I think I've probably destroyed the names.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
I had Spitzbuber.
that's close.
Is it just boob?
No,
Oh,
it's
sorry.
Spitzbuebe.
That's what I said.
Spitzbuebe are the jam sandwiches. It's like a butter cookie. The top cookie, it's a sandwich cookie. And the top one has like a smaller hole cut out so that you see the jam in between the two layers.
Our director did his homework.
Powdered sugar.
Yeah, and then you have what's that ones would look like cats and dogs and elephants?
Oh, those are called Mailenderly.
Hey,
you were close, Erik. You were close. Yeah, you were really close.
The gross one that tastes like almond paste. That's called Glückenlager.
There's Vanillegipfel, which are basically
not making these up.
Vanilla crescents is what they are. That's a common cookie in a lot of that. It's like an almond cookie with powdered sugar on it.
Okay, so
not paste; it's more ground almonds.
Oh, it's gross.
But
our director did his homework.
The best one, is called Dotbeinli. In Swiss German, Dotbeinli.
Now she might
which
be making things
means dead leg.
Austrians.
And it's like a very crunchy hazelnut, almost like a biscotti. It's almost like a biscotti, but the name for it is dead leg because it's like a bone. It's just like really.
And that's exactly what it tastes like. And then the other question we have for you before you go is, in the movie in Krampus, you saw there was like a bazillion cookies. Would you say that's accurate for
that scene drives me crazy because when you have the chaos of cookie making and dough rolling, you don't have like the finished beautiful ones like right next to the work area. They had like the platters of the finished cookies all iced and decorated next to where she had like flour and she was kneading the dough. It's like it's just
but Lova,
good.
Lova.
Yeah.
But the amount of cookies would be accurate, wouldn't you say? Don't we make like 1,000 of these cookies and there's never enough?
Erik was saying earlier that you guys have a good amount of cookies to get you through the Christmas season.
Yeah,
we do.
And we'll fight over them like at the beginning of the movie. We would fight over them. But yeah. So
right.
Dankeschön, meine Kleine.
Yeah.
Bitte. Vielen Dank.
German.
All right.
There we go. So everybody, just so you know, we got proof that Dougherty did his homework, and those are real cookies.
Yes.
All right. Sorry. So the snowplow.
Yeah, snowplow. The windshield's busted, but now Howard thinks, the guy must have hit something and flown through the windshield, but no.
Nope, the window's broken inward. Yes. And it's all frozen. Everything.
Little detail, there are presents on the seat. There are a bunch of presents on the side.
The guy was trying to probably get home for the holidays.
Yeah, out
he's plowing and then he's putting up those 60-foot Santas and then he's got to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I don't know much about these vehicles, but do the vehicles normally come with like a secret James Bond compartment in the back? We could store your gun.
This is a James Bond Hummer. Like Q shows like James Bond his new Hummer.
Let's see what we have.
Stand back, 007.
That's not a watch. But he's got a shotgun.
Yeah.
And he's got another gun. Mm-hmm. And all throughout the movie, I don't think it's here or not, but they keep saying the shepherd's got to protect his flock.
That's a theme.
Say that one more time. But he gives the other gun, which is like a revolver, like a 38 or a 47.
But it's big. It's big. And he says, which Tom says, he goes, this is really heavy. And they go, yeah, it's Linda's. So I guess that's Linda's handgun.
Yeah. Yep. So Meanwhile, we're back at the house. All I have is like family nostalgia. Okay.
Yeah, it's Linda and Sarah reminiscing about their Christmas and why they kind of introduced the things Max is saying earlier. Oh, wow, Christmas was why can't it be like it was when we were younger? Because Sarah's the person, she saved all the ornaments and things from when they were kids and the angel on the top of the tree. She saved all that stuff.
Yeah.
But then they hear stuff on the roof, Erik. They hear things.
Fine. Yeah. I didn't need the nostalgia. I just want to hear the roof. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is it squirrels? And the noises are weird. You're like, what is going on? Because they have an attic. So they're hearing through like 3 floors, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's a huge banging noise.
Dorothy has the line, see, squirrels probably playing with their nuts.
Yep, she's funny.
She is funny.
And Omi checks the chimney. Yeah.
Omi looks at the chimney. She's very concerned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she looks up the chimney. Like she actually, over the fire, she kind of puts her head in, the fire's going, and she looks up
sturdy.
there.
Art, she's sturdy.
And then we go back, and Tom and Howard are still out there. They go to Derek's house where Beth was supposed to go, and the front door's broken off, and it's all snowy and icy inside. Frozen, everything.
Fun fact, there's a present on the floor. Fun fact, they probably chose that present because it looks icy. I have that. It's a decoration. I didn't put it out this year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go. So it's real.
But in the kitchen, it looks like a disaster. It looks like something's happened. But on the fridge, it's very strange, Erik. You were just speaking about cookies. There's a gingerbread man cookie pinned to the fridge with a knife, a big knife, one of those horror movie knives.
It's a Mike Myers knife. I kept thinking, is this Michael Myers' house and he's just like celebrating Christmas?
Yeah. I was wondering if they were playing with that image, Erik, actually, because he takes images from movies. I talked about Jaws earlier. He just blends things up. We're going to talk about a few more of these. But when I saw that with that thing and the way that Howard looks at it, I thought this is a Mike Myers head tilt. I was just curious as to the way he looks. Yeah,
and it's a big gingerbread man too. It's like it's like 11 inches big. Mm-hmm. It's this big gingerbread man.
And then they go in the living room, and the fireplace is smashed out, but it looks like down from the ceiling, the wall is split, as if something gigantic tried to get down the chimney and couldn't fit. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really cool. And then there's weird hoof prints on the ground. So what's going on? I love that we're just leading up to like, it's got to be Krampus. It's got to be Krampus, but we're still not seeing this really.
Yeah, but we did see him earlier. I had a little... There's just a thought. I like this movie. I want to be clear, but this is weird for me because but these are the things that where they're like, look at that. It's a hoof print. Seem to me like scenes you'd see before we actually got any reveal, like where Beth was killed. You're like, what is going on? But we've already seen a little bit of the Krampus thing. It was just a little weird thing for me.
Oh, I just thought they don't need to tell us it's a hoof print. We're like, oh, really?
Well, that's
I thought it might have been a handprint.
Not only that, Erik, it was kind of clumsy because he's like, I'm a big game hunter. I've hunted all sorts of game. That there is a hoof print. And like, Erik, you and I have not hunted big game, but if we looked at that, we'd be like, that's a hoof print. Like,
speak for yourself.
Oh, that's true.
No.
Well, I'm not going to say anything about those reindeer heads in back, Erik. On your wall.
Sorry. Yeah, they've been shaking a little bit too. There's like,
I know.
The ceiling.
I was going to ask you, yeah.
We have big squirrels here in Massachusetts.
But while they're looking at that, Erik, they suddenly hear Beth screaming outside.
Yes, very distant Beth. Wait, I'll try to do it.
Okay.
Does that work?
She's calling for help. So they, of course, run out. They're running through the snow. It's like waist deep, almost waist deep snow. Yep. Fun fact, it's made up, a lot of it, of diaper. The material you make diapers out of, they rip all that up. And that was a lot of what this snow was made out of. So I think Toni Collette, I saw in an interview, was like, so when you see us running through all that, we're running through diaper shreddings most of the time.
At least they weren't used.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
This warhead's armed. Yeah.
This set is armed. But
Yeah.
Howard all of a sudden gets attacked by something under the snow.
Mm-hmm.
And you can hear it it's like sounds like a monster,
It is,
right?
Erik, once again, like we said with Beth, it's like it is crunching. Like it sounds like bones are snapping underneath the snow.
But no blood. You don't even see what it is.
Mhm.
And he's almost pulled under the snow. Like he's almost gone. And then Tommy Engel, he shoots whatever's in the snow and saves Howard. So I guess that Eagle Scout kind of kicked in, right?
Yeah, and this thing goes zooming off under the snow, Tremors style, winter Tremors. It's beginning
Bugs
to look
Bunny.
a lot like Tremors. Yeah.
Yes,
Oh yeah,
take
Bugs
the left
Bunny.
turn at Albuquerque.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Heading
I
off.
liked
Yeah.
it because I'm like, what is that? And this is where Orsina has said, she goes, I don't know what's going on. Like, that's right. You don't.
No.
What's
Yeah.
going on?
You don't know what's going on the first time you would be watching this. So he pulls Howard up out of the snow and they hoof it back. They got to get back to the Humvee, but Lucinda is obliterated. It's blasted open on fire, the Humvee.
Yep. Now, to me, it looks like an elephant sat on it and then farted and it exploded. That's what it looks like. It would just completely.
And we get the action movie. Howard yells to the sky, Lucinda.
Yeah,
and
a little bit.
Little bit over the top there.
Yeah.
And that fades out into we're back at the house. And Howard and Tom come back. Boom. But not before Toni Collette was going to go out by herself to go out and find Beth. She was ready to go. Mm-hmm.
But he got bit by something. Like they don't focus on too much, but his leg is shredded at the calf.
Mm-hmm.
And,
this is this weird thing that happens in this movie, Erik. Sorry to interrupt you there.
No.
But this weird thing that they do a lot in this movie where the guys come back in and they're like, don't tell them what's going on. This happens several times in the movie. It's going to happen later where you're like, no, you just came back right from this. You'd come back in the house and be like, all right, everybody, he just got attacked by someone. Nobody go outside because this is what happened. But I think Adam Scott, so Tom wants to keep everybody calm, so he's telling Howard not to tell people what happened. So Howard says, I probably stepped in a bear trap.
A bear trap, yeah. You know, you have those in the suburban neighborhoods.
Yeah.
And so they want everybody to kind of leave so they can still talk about it. So Omi's keeping the fire hot. She's not leaving that fire alone. And Auntie is, which I think is a good family tradition, you know, for the little kids, is she's making peppermint schnapps for the kids.
and little Howie wants some and she gives him some to drink.
That's
and
a tip.
Behind the scenes, Dougherty, I think, said they were a little worried because of their PG-13 rating. That might actually, they might have had trouble with. But I think whoever the board is that makes it, they missed it. They missed because I don't think Howie's supposed to have that alcohol. Kids drinking alcohol.
They say, Art.
Yeah,
little sugar, little spice makes everything
nice.
They're checking on ammo now, like see how much ammo they have, because a lot of the ammo was in that truck.
Yeah, not a lot. So Tom's got he fired. I don't know how many rounds did he fire at that?
All right, we can't do that.
Can't count that
because it's wrong. Whatever he did, there's more ammunition that somehow shows up in the guns. You just can't avoid it.
All right,
I only got 3 rounds, and then they fire 6 shots.
And obviously Sarah wants to go out. She's like, we got to go out. Beth's out there. But they point out too, it's not only that it's a blizzard, it's really cold. They almost have frostbite, Tom and Howard. So they're like, we can't be out there running around out there because it's so cold. Yep. There's no more Humvee. They're stuck here in this house.
Yep. And I don't know. You're not in your old house now. You're in an apartment, right? So, but we have a house here and we have a basement. We keep like probably 6 dozen pieces of plank around just in case you never know, Art, when you have to board up the entire house. So we have extra things like we have 2x4s. We got a couple of drills.
You do?
But mostly planks, like 12-foot planks.
That's smart.
36 of those.
That's smart. With probably like, you probably have like, what is it, like 4 2x4s to each window to put the planks up on the doors. And like, I mean,
there's this one here is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We get those snowmen are looking a little closer.
Huh?
Maybe it's just the lens on your webcam, but the snowmen are just looking a little closer to me, to the house.
Weird. One of them looks like like my kid. That's weird.
Okay.
I haven't seen the kids around. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're doing a podcast. I'm not going to worry about the weather, Art. Jeez.
So they board up the windows. They have a nail gun.
Yep.
So that they're using to board up the window. You need a...
All that wood.
That would take a long... Yeah, you're right. You do need a nail gun.
I was just thinking interior damage to the house. I was just thinking their insurance isn't going to cover it again. I'm always
Howard and Tom have a moment. Howard thanks Tom for saving his ass. And then he adds, I'm sorry, very genuinely. And he said, for thinking you were such a spineless dick over all these years.
Yep. That's how I would say it. Mm-hmm.
Max points out that there's more snowmen in the yard, which people don't seem to be concerned about.
They don't care. What? I care if a dog poops in my yard. If I'm going to have like 7 snowmen, I'll be like, who is responsible?
But me as a viewer, I'm like, oh, all those snowmen, what's going to happen here? I'm like, they're getting closer.
They are. There's a lot of them. Very weird.
Yeah. And
speaking of weird, the dad says Omi gets a little weird around Christmas.
Yeah. Is this where Omi, we see Omi holding up like a meat cleaver? Omi's like got a meat cleaver off to the side and she's like checking it out.
Well, she needs it to chop those cookies.
Yes.
Those sturdy cookies that Orsina was talking about, the legs, the dead man's legs.
So everybody's down in the living room and they're all going to sleep like a little camp out, a sleepover. Mm-hmm. And Howard decides Big Howard decides he's going to take the first watch. And they do the comical cut. He's going to take the first watch and then cut to he's sound asleep.
Dead asleep.
Yeah.
Fire's out. Everybody's asleep. The iPad, that's what I love with the iPad. It's at 1%. And it just goes doom and shuts off. And then you get great sound effects here. Yeah. Little chittering noises.
Mm-hmm. Now, Erik, I need a ruling.
Yeah.
Is this a popcorn bucket award?
Popcorn bucket award. Wait.
I'll see if you can figure it out. I need a ruling. You can decide.
Okay.
It's coming up here.
Okay. Well,
we did a little movie called Idle Hands, and we have somebody doing voiceover here.
Oh, is it the guy who did the hand noises?
No, it's Seth Green doing the voices that we're hearing in the back. These ginger.
Oh, no. No popcorn. Sorry,
Okay.
Seth. No, I need
popcorn bucket. Okay, sorry.
Your face.
Okay.
We're not going to do that. We didn't give a popcorn bucket to Jamie Lee Curtis, did we?
That's true. We didn't. Yeah.
No, we didn't.
She got one on her own. She earned it.
Yeah, she earned it.
Fog and Halloween and Halloween too. She earned it.
Yeah, Seth Green, we need you in another one or it's not happening.
Okay.
I was like, wait, what are you talking about? Okay.
So we hear these little voices, and then something's coming down that chimney, a chain jingling. Great sound work in this, Foley work in this movie. Amazing, the sounds. And it's got a big hook on it. It comes down the chimney. It's great.
Yes, and when you say big hook, it is like a Jaws fishing hook. It's like just a huge freaking hook. Remember the gingerbread man that was pinned to the wall by Mike Myers on the fridge?
Yeah.
This is now a very fluffy, oversized, and quite tasty looking gingerbread person tied on the hook.
Yeah.
And what I love is the sounds. The sounds are.
And it starts jingling as if like when you go fishing, you pull the lure a little bit, ding, 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 get that lure going to interest something. Yep.
And if that's not enough, Art, you need to add woohoo. It goes woohoo. And who would wake up to the sound of food, I wonder?
Well, little Howie there, he wakes up, he goes over. The fire now, we should note, is it just in embers now? Just embers in the fire. So he goes over to the fireplace and he doesn't waste time, man. He grabs that gingerbread man and just bites a big chunk out of the gingerbread man's head.
Yes. And I just want to say, Art, that whatever that gingerbread man is, I want it because it's got a bulbous head and it's almost like a whoopie pie. I can picture it's got a creamy filling. I was just like, I would do the same thing. I'd be like, screw it. I almost used my F-bomb right there. I almost said, fuck it. Oh,
there it is, Erik.
Oh, crap. Piss, poop. But yeah, he bites it. And then the thing doesn't like that.
It wakes up. It's like, and it looks at the bite in its head and is like, ah! Like it has this
really like it wasn't expecting it. What? How dare you?
It turns mean. And then very quick, it's quick. It jumps down, and all this actually, the framing by the fire with the gingerbread man, Erik, it's obviously child's play when she was throwing Chucky when she was threatening to throw Chucky in the fireplace. I got the same framings and aesthetics from that too. But it jumps down and it starts wrapping that chain around him really fast around little Howie before he can even know what's going on. It wraps around. And then I like this detail. The gingerbread man hops on the chain and lays back like he's laying back on the chain, Erik. And then he goes like, does he whistle? What does he do? If
I remember correctly, he pulls the chain like, ding, ding, let's go. or he whistles. It's just, but they know what they're doing. Apparently there's more than one gingerbread man because something's pulling him up, right?
Well, yeah.
And Howie Jr. never utters a sound, ever. Not even, he doesn't go, ah! He just gets yanked up the chimney. And that's when everybody wakes up.
Everybody wakes up, and then it's just mayhem. They, like I said earlier, he handled those scenes with everybody coming in really well. There's a lot going on here. They're running. I think it's Sarah grabs little Howie's legs, and then Big Howard grabs Sarah's legs. and they're all getting pulled towards the chimney, pulled up. And as this is happening, the log jumps out of the fire, the embers log, and rolls into the presents at the bottom of the Christmas tree.
Yes. Tree goes up. That's why you water the tree, everybody. It goes up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think Toni Collette, once again, I'm saying, Toni, if you're listening, which I know you are, is you do a great job here acting because she looks up the chimney, sees the living gingerbread man. And her reaction is so genuine. Like, what the? She's just like, ah! Like, what is, it's awesome. So she just continues to do that.
Yeah. And he gets pulled up the chimney, and Big Howard tries to go up there, but then all we see is a sneaker falling.
Yep.
Sneaker falls down on the ground, and we hear the things on the roof.
Yep.
We hear all the things.
Some of these sound effects because I was like, Art's going to know. He's going to hear that sound. But it sounds like somebody gets hit in the head with a pan. It's like, pang, when somebody's going up the chimney. It sounds that you wouldn't necessarily ever pay attention to. And then
right. Yeah. And like you said, everybody's just like, oh my God, what happened? And once again, call out, you just said it. Toni Collette is sitting there, her back up against like a bureau, and she looks like, what the hell did I just see? Like, she looks like you would think if you saw a living gingerbread man screaming at you.
Yeah, and the kid just got pulled up the chimney.
Yeah.
And Max puts out the tree with the fire extinguisher.
Mm-hmm.
And then Omi says in German, it's all of our fault. He's coming for us all in German.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right?
Which Big Howard says, I knew it. She can speak English.
No, she starts speaking English.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Please listen. And it's Auntie. It's like,
Auntie. Dorothy says
I knew it. Yeah. These foreigners don't speak English.
Yeah,
but it's pretty funny.
So she starts to tell a tale, and we segue into a pretty lovely, cool animated sequence here of a flashback to Omi's childhood.
Yep. It's very Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Done better, but really clever way of telling the story of her as a kid. And this is I imagine during the war. There's one war. Is it
World War II, I would assume, where everything's probably devastated over there, just from the war ravaged. The city looks like it's bombed out a little bit where she lives in, and they're probably rationing food out of carts that come by and give people. Probably every family gets a little loaf of bread, and little Omi is there, and she gets her bread. But it's a brutal existence. It's the townspeople all turn to her, and they want that bread. And they
like monsters,
yeah, they look like monsters.
And she's got the whole time she's holding an old fashioned like St. Nicholas not plushie, but little doll.
Mm-hmm.
And she's trying to be like, hey, it's Christmas time. And nobody's happy and the parents aren't happy. And she holds the little doll up in front of the fireplace. She's like, look, Mom and Dad. And the mom rips the doll. And so eventually she loses the Christmas spirit as well.
Yeah.
And she gives up. And she throws the Santa into the fire. Great. I love this faux stop motion stuff. It's great.
Mm-hmm. And the ashes rise up into the air, almost like Max's letter that we saw earlier. Yes. They rise up into the sky.
Because she wishes for her family to go away.
Mm-hmm.
That's her Christmas wish.
And then Krampus is going to come, the shadow of St. Nicholas.
It is a darker and more ancient spirit. Yeah.
But he comes with his helpers.
Yes.
And we see the chain drop down behind him, and one of the gingerbread men slides down the chain.
You're like, oh, that's a helper.
That's one of his helpers.
All the time. He's like, gingerbread, go get me some people. Yeah, it's great effects. It's very scary because she's in her bed and the shadow of Krampus comes. Oh, look, the shadow's on my hand. Look at that.
Yeah.
And he decimates her parents, apparently.
Yeah, this movie, as much as we're saying it doesn't have a lot of gore, it's brutal in its implications, and this story is just brutal. Like, yeah.
Well, you think Krampus is going to kill her, but she says, no, he left me as a reminder of what happens when hope, I can't do it, when hope is lost.
Yeah. But it was weird when Krampus kind of winks at her, this shadow of Krampus outside her door. But does he leave her with a little ornament, right? Or a little bell?
He does.
It's one of his bells. And it says Krampus on it, right?
It says Groß vom Krampus, which means greetings from Krampus. Groß von Krampus. I bet I'm saying it wrong, but I don't care. But is this... All right, a lot of times when we're doing the podcast, you're like, and Erik, I need you to explain something to me. So if you have any of those moments, let me know, because in Krampus, have these moments. And one of them is like, okay, so Omi's real. So her parents were killed by Krampus. So she was an orphan. She made her way to the United States and spawned children and had a family and everything.
Yeah, what I was thinking the explanation of that was to her family, probably, or her descendants, like her children, is that the parents died during the war. Do you see what I mean? And that she was a war orphan, but she kept secret that she was actually
Krampus orphan.
A Krampus orphan.
Yeah.
So, and I kind of actually, the movie doesn't get into that. So I think they just want to save time, obviously. So it's not going to get into that.
Yeah,
but I liked the idea of metaphor for war, or maybe post-war, where it's incredibly tough on people and people just start turning on each other. Yeah. And
it was good.
And it's just a really dire.
Yeah.
And that's
if you guys
where
get to watch that
in.
scene, watch it a couple times, because the animation is awesome. And even the people look evil because they're eyeless, but you can see through them as though they're cutouts. I think it's really cool. And the girl was just like, you expect her to sing like, "Where are you, Christmas?" or "There's always tomorrow,"
But Big Howard always knows just what to say, Erik. He knows just what to say.
What does he say, Art?
He says, "You believe this senile horseshit, right?"
Yeah, she'll be yammering about the rabbit Easter bunny come spring.
Like,
But his kid just got sucked up a chimney.
yeah.
So he thinks it's what, like the Russians pulling people out of the.
I don't
what's
know, but
happening here?
he's going out.
Yep.
He's going out to get little Howie. He even pulls a gun on Tom. Yep. Tom's trying to stop him, and Howard pulls a gun on him and says, I'm going out. But he opens it up, and what's outside
is the snow people, and one of them looks like kind of like Howie.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah,
I'll have to look at that again.
Yeah, he looks kind of like Howie, or he looks like the snowman from Jack Frost. It could be Michael Keaton. I'm not sure.
Future Midnight Cinema? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, maybe. I don't know. Not that one. That one, yeah, maybe. But yeah, he doesn't want to go out. They pull him back in. He's like, so there's something else out there now behind the snow people.
And we hear the laughter, and they slam the door shut. But right before we do that, we see something scurry between two of the snowmen. It's a reverse shot, and something really fast scurries between them. And you're like, what is that?
It's clear art. They are snow Jawas.
Yes, because they
George
have
Lucas
that sound. Yes.
Yeah. You just, it reminds you of that. Something small and dark, but like.
And we get our advent calendar again now, Erik.
Yep. Mm-hmm. We're at the 24th.
24th, and it's a bear that's there.
Like a teddy bear?
Yeah, like a teddy bear. Mm-hmm.
Foreshadowing, perhaps.
Yes.
First we get a snowman, and now there's a teddy bear.
So they're all talking about this. Like Stevie and Jordan, the cousins, are saying, but what if, say, you did everything right? You were bad throughout the year, and at the last minute you changed and you did everything right before Christmas. Will you be okay?
No, Art,
no,
you won't. No. You know why? Because it's not what you do. It's what you believe. It's in here, buddy. Yeah. It's the sacrifice you make.
And then she says something in German, which they don't actually subtitle. And everybody says, what did she say? What did she say? And Aunt Dorothy says she doesn't need the translation. She says, she's saying we're all, I can't say it now because you used our F word.
She says, that's it. That's the F word.
That's the F word, I think, right?
She wasted it. She did. She said, we're fucked. Yep. And I can say that because I'm quoting. And I love that Omi does this. Yeah. Like, yeah. Basically.
Omi's like, you got the gist of it. Yep. That's exact. It's not like you got it exact, but that's you're right. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But in the kitchen, Tom is diagramming the neighborhood because Tom's got a map of the neighborhood in the kitchen. It's like
he has a map. I can understand if with Salem, Massachusetts, you might have like a visitor's guide lying around, but a map of your suburban neighborhood is available.
Right. It's like blueprint level map. It's I don't know.
Yeah. They're trying to make a plan to escape, and they're trying to go to the, was it the mall? Mm-hmm. Everybody tries to go to the mall when there's a.
And then here's another one, Erik, right here. I'm going out. Tom's like, Sarah, what did you see in that chimney? And she doesn't tell him what she saw in the chimney. Like this goes on throughout the movie. It's very weird.
Why Art, do you think that this is the case in a movie? Why aren't, because we've already seen it, we don't need to hear it again?
But
why do
I
people
think so.
Like, it was a animated killer gingerbread man. That's what I saw, and I'm still freaking out. Right?
And it screamed at me.
And I can still see its face. Like I looked in a bright light, I can still see it, honey.
Meanwhile, in the other room, Erik, Linda is opening presents. She's taking out the presents from that huge sack that you mentioned earlier that was on the porch. So that DHL delivered to the boys in brown might have delivered. Yeah. She's opening it up and taking out these presents, and one of them is making a sound inside, like almost like a music box.
It sounds very similar. Ding dong, ding ding ding. Because she's trying to rewrap some of the presents, and she gets a costume change. She's now wearing a different sweater. It's a green Christmas sweater with a penguin on it.
I didn't catch that.
Wow, she had how many sweaters did she bring? I'm thinking because they're there for a few days, she's probably got one for every day.
Right. But Sarah interrupts her while she's got those presents. Where is she with those presents? Is she downstairs or is she upstairs?
I think they don't mention that, but I think she's upstairs in the attic.
Linda,
but I don't
with those
understand
presents.
Why they would bring all those presents to the old attic.
That's just with me and you. I just wanted to clarify. I was a little
the boxes
confused.
when she leaves, they start going shaking and moving around.
Yeah, it starts going nuts with all those weird sounds. But Sarah interrupts because they got to go over the plan. They're going to get the snowplow. Yeah.
Yep.
And keep driving.
Max is looking out the window with binoculars, and he sees on the rooftop, da, 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 something with horns, and it's really big. Then it disappears when he looks away.
Yeah.
That's
so Stevie and Jordan, the cousins, are upstairs now because they got to use the toilet because Aunt Dorothy clogged up the crapper.
She did it. Like, you let them go? And Aunt Dorothy's like, was there another option? But they hear Beth's voice from the attic.
Mm-hmm.
But we know, you and me know, Art, that Beth doesn't sound like that. She's like, I'm here. Hey.
No, it almost sounds like the Gingerbread Men are imitating Beth. That's what it sounds like to me.
Okay, so here we go, Art.
Okay.
Right? So the gingerbread, I have to know what they're doing. So in the attic, the Gingerbread Men are like huddled together just at the top of the stairs and like, yo, you do it. Hey, it's me, Beth. And they're just laughing like, hey, get the knife. Come on up. I want to see the gingerbread people.
But I can imagine that is actually probably what they're doing when we get to know the Gingerbread Men. You're right, Erik.
I want to see it. Like when they're on the roof, like they're reeling in with the chain and they're pulling up Howie and punching him. You little bastard. I would have loved to see that.
Yeah.
But, they go up the stairs to the attic, and then we cut downstairs and we hear that Stevie and Jordan are screaming, right?
Yes.
So they have to go up and check. And here's, I think, Art, where we're going to have to do like attic, kitchen. Like maybe we just do everything that happens in the attic and everything that happens in the kitchen. Because otherwise we'll be like back and forth. Yeah. So everybody, if we talk about a scene, they're going to be cutting back and forth to make incredible tension and awesomeness. And I can't wait to talk about this scene.
Yes.
So I think if we're going to talk about I think if we talk about the kitchen first.
Okay.
And then what goes on in the attic.
So what happens here is they hear the screaming. So Howard is got his bad leg. So he's going to stay downstairs with the kids or stay downstairs. Yeah. And Tom, Sarah, and Linda are going to go upstairs to the attic to check out what those screams were that are going on up there.
Yes. And so Howard hears ruckus in the kitchen.
So Howard sees things in the kitchen. He goes in there, he's hearing things, and he sees things are knocked over. There's like everything's sort of knocked over in the kitchen and a little bit of a mess. And then he looks and he sees there's an open air duct, like the thing's hanging off.
Don't
the
they
air
learn?
Ducts, Erik? We love those air ducts.
Don't they learn from any horror movie that's just air ducts, man?
Yeah.
But it's a small one. And he passes by a gingerbread house that Omi must have really spent a lot of time on.
It's really good. But as he passes by, inside the gingerbread house, we see the silhouette. It looks like a gingerbread man going like, ooh. And yes.
Yep. And then there's just apparently a few, I think there's 3 gingerbread men. They grabbed the nail gun. Remember the nail gun that came in handy? And they are using it like it's a war movie. They're like,
it's great. And it's hitting. I think some of these are hitting Howard. He's trying to find ways to, he's putting up like a plank. I think he pulls like a cutting board down in front of him, right? So the nails are
Austrian cutting board.
Yes.
Right. And what I love, Art, is the gingerbread people run out of ammo. And they're
trying to reload. Yeah. So Howard has an opportunity here and he shoots. There's a little, what's is it a lantern or something that's on the counter?
It's something that's exploded. I don't
It's like a candle or a lantern or kerosene lantern.
Yeah.
And it blows up. And it's like the scene on the Normandy beach out of Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, there you go.
The gingerbread man kind of get blown up and scattered, and some of them are missing limbs, and one of them's on fire.
They're all on
he's
fire,
they're all on
the kitchen floor. Yes. But two of them are still good to go.
Mm-hmm.
So they're running towards Howard, who's now got his back against the kitchen cabinets. He's on the ground with his shotgun.
Yeah. He gets one of them. He shoots one of them.
Yep.
But then the other one does a kamikaze jump in the air. He's coming towards him, and Howard closes his eyes. We think that's it for him.
But
gingerbread
if you
man.
look at it, the gingerbread man has, the only way we can describe this is the gingerbread man has sucked on the end, if you've ever done this, of a candy cane to make it into a point. And he's got the weapon in his hand. And I just want to see the gingerbread man like in the corner going, you guys go. And he's trying to sharpen it.
Well, we know from Trick or Treat, Eric, that Michael Dougherty likes those likes to take candy and make it into a weapon.
It is
we know that
candy. Yep. And I don't know if we've already passed that scene or not, but Max was sharing his candy, his Halloween candy. I don't know if this scene happened yet, but in that bag, Art, is that lollipop.
Yep.
I don't remember where that scene is, but so that candy gingerbread man is flying towards him, and he's gonna die, right?
Yeah. In our version, that candy cane man would start stabbing his neck or something.
Yep. Yeah, right in the shoulder. But he's saved by the dog,
which we don't see, right? It's a cut.
Right.
We don't see what happens because the way they play it is you're expecting the impact of the gingerbread man, and it doesn't happen. And Howard opens his eyes, and Rosie the dog sitting there licking her lips. So we know. Yeah.
The dog likes hot food because that guy was on fire.
Yes.
Right? He was on fire.
Yeah.
So that's the kitchen.
That's what's going on in the kitchen. So upstairs. Right.
I love just the upstairs.
Right. They go upstairs to the attic and everything is cold, icicles hanging down. It looks like that house that Tom and Howard went to earlier. Everything's sort of white and cold. And then they notice that the presents that were up there, they're all open, sort of torn to shreds, like some of the boxes. Yes. They're opened on the ground.
Almost like they've got opened from the inside, Art.
Yes. There we go.
From the inside. Yeah, we actually have an attic in the house.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, because I don't know if you like animals, or I know it's getting colder there and animals come out. I thought I heard something scurry over there.
Well, yeah, we kept the fire hot, though, so it's no big deal.
Oh, okay. All right. Somebody been watching that fire?
My Oma.
Oh, okay.
Oma Duda. Yeah, she's got it. She's Austrian. But this reveal, when I first watched it in the theater, I just went, yes, what is going on? I love this. But they're looking they hear like ding, 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 that thing that you talk, that sound, ding, 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 ding. And if you thought you knew what was in that Jack in the Box, you're wrong. You won't ever know. You won't ever know. So they see the back, it reveals slowly, and it's a horrific sight. There's the Jack in the Box. And now this box is like probably 2x2. So it's a bigger box. And there's this white, the toys you go in, you didn't have kids, but the toys that you go in and it looks like a caterpillar body and you climb through it. It's like a tunnel.
Yeah.
You ever see those? Mm-hmm. This is like a white, ghoulish version of that. And they follow it up. And the creature at the end is just awesome. It's a Jack in the Box, like a clown, with the sort of the jester hat. It looks like a jester.
And the face is sort of porcelain-y. Yeah.
Yes, it's huge. It is like a behemoth-like head. I could just rate. It's enough for me. I love Krampus, but rated R, I can only imagine. And they have the light, a flashlight shining on it, so it's not completely visible. And it has a gaping, like predator type of maw.
Yeah.
Right?
It opens, the jaw goes down, but then it opens in the middle at the bottom, sort of. Yeah.
Yes.
The lower jaw.
And it's using its little gloved hands to push in the booted feet of one of the girls. It's like, and it closes its mouth, and it's just like, the inside of your mouth, how it's all gross and red. It's like this, huh?
Yeah, it's
Awesome.
disgusting.
I remember sitting in the theater going, ah! I was so excited, sucking on my candy cane. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
so, Dad, Tom tries to shoot it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But how do you miss something of that size?
I know it's big. We have to say this is
big.
now gigantic. So is the idea that every time it eats somebody, it grows? Is that what we're getting the idea? Because
I don't know. I think it just gets big. Like this is the size of it. And its job.
So this is what got
eat.
Beth under the truck, right? That's what
I'm assuming. But it was a tiny box. That was tiny. So yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe
it grows.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oof.
But that's not the end of our problems up in the attic.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. You can take the next.
Well,
vision.
no, but the next one is up on the rafters of the attic.
Yes.
There is what I'm calling, Erik, and you can help me with this. I'm calling it an owl baby angel.
Oh.
It is. It looks like an angel that you'd put on the top of the tree, but with a really big, almost like it's a once again like a porcelainy doll face with kind of bigger eyes, but it has the angel wings. It has wings and with feathers, and it descends on Sarah. It jumps down and attacks Sarah and just starts attacking her. Good for Toni Collette. She's fighting it off. It's coming at her face. It's just crazy mayhem.
Yeah. And it looks like it would look like what's that movie that they keep doing more and more of with the killer doll?
Annabelle.
It looks like if Annabelle had a star on her tree, a Christmas angel would be this thing. And I guess that's it, right? So there's these two monsters, and that's it.
No, because as they're trying. So Linda and Tom are trying to get this thing off of Sarah,
and it's vicious,
and it's relentless. And Tom just says to Linda, "Bear," and she doesn't know what he's talking about, and she turns around. And here comes, because this is before Five Nights at Freddy's, right?
Yes.
This would have been before all of this. It is a teddy bear with just a grin full of teeth, a mouth full of sharp, like pointy, sharp teeth.
Yes, it's like if the Cheshire Cat was a bear.
Yes.
Except its mouth was filled with a row of just viciousness. And you can get this. It was 2 years ago at least, but I think you can still get it. You can buy that mask at Spirit Halloween.
Okay.
But it's...
So she gets attacked, with that.
Chewing on her. It is chewing on Linda like...
And so Tom, he's got both these women are now being attacked, and he looks, but behind him... we see come up over his shoulder, there's something coming up over his shoulder with like red eyes. And it is like a robot. It looks like, when people make like little robot dogs, you see them do things that can do flips and things like that. It looks like that, but it's all black. It's like black and silver, like dark silver.
It has blade hands. It looks like if the Terminator was a kid, he would play with this. He's like, give me my doll. And it's just a killer demonic toy. It's a robot attack. And while that's happening, the freaking angel, if it wasn't bad enough.
Ooh, yeah.
She has like a snaky worm tongue. Like a proboscis kind of thing. And it's like, licking the side of Tony's face.
Yeah.
Well, in the Jack in the Box, remember that horrific thing that we now completely forgot about because we're bombarded with this amazing cornucopia of horror? Is the freaking Jack in the Box is trying to escape, guess where?
The air vent.
Through the air vent. But
it's
slow because it's got a full-size teenager in its body. Just 8, dude.
And the owl thing, our owl angel baby, wraps Christmas lights around Sarah's neck and hoists her up over the rafters, hanging her.
Very hereditary. Ooh.
Yeah.
Reminds me. Yeah, who knew?
Yeah.
But yes, she's going to be strangled. So my thought, Art, was, okay, wait. So these monsters are supposed to kill all of these people. Because if you're going to hang somebody and bite somebody and stab somebody repeatedly with your blade hands, they're all going to die, right?
Right. Yeah. And shout out, these are all practical effects. All of these things we're talking about are real.
So good.
They are real.
Yep.
So
Linda is being attacked by the bear, and you think that's it for her, but she looks over and she sees Stevie unconscious. So she gets the strength of 10 moms plus 2. And she freaking grabs an icicle and like stabs a teddy bear in the eye, and it's no red blood. It's green goop. And then she just hucks it like flop. So she's back. She's back.
Yes. And so she takes an axe.
Yeah.
She grabs an axe, Linda, and she cuts Sarah down, right? She helps Tom too, because Tom, that thing now is like, it's got a blade and it's just jabbing him in his back with this blade.
Yep.
And the way they did it, it's kind of cool. I saw the behind the scenes. They had a harness, a vest with that robot animatronic attached to it that they put under his sweater so he can kind of run around and the thing's stabbing him behind. It's great. It's a great little outfit that they put together.
Practical
for him.
effects, man. If you can do it, just do it.
So once again, these are the effects people. Weta? Is it the Weta Labs? I don't know if you know that, Erik, because you know a lot of this stuff. But they did a lot of the Lord of the Rings stuff. So they know what they're doing.
So they used all CG.
Because we'll talk about Krampus in a little bit.
Oh yeah,
But
the Jack in the Box gets away through the air ducts. Here's what I want to point out about the Jack in the Box. That sort of porcelain head you were talking about. Its eyes are the most innocent looking things. It's just little black eyes with like little eyebrows that don't move. But the mouth is just horrific. I love this little monster, huge monster. But Stevie's rescued, and then,
Sarah shoots the robot off of Tom's back.
Yep. So we've defeated the monsters. So they all run downstairs. And they know, I don't know why, but because they boarded up the house, the monsters have to escape through the air duct so they can
hear them in the air ducts. They hear the monsters kind of going like around in the air ducts. And here's another, I'm just throwing this out there. This is my thing in this is Howard's like, what are we dealing with up there? What did you guys see? And they're like, you don't want to know. And I don't know what it is about this movie. They do it all the time.
But
yeah.
At least he says, well, I just got my ass kicked by a bunch of Christmas cookies. So he's like, so whatever he's going to say, just say it. But they don't. Right. They don't tell him.
They don't tell him what's going on. Yep. Wouldn't you want to be like, look, there's a bear. There's this thing
Killer
climbing
bear.
through the vents. But
a freaking Jack in the Box just ate one of your kids.
But Erik, we need a hero in this moment. We need a hero.
What do we get?
Already did something heroic. Already got the Meritorious Service Medal for saving Howard in the kitchen.
Yep.
Rosie's going up that air vent.
Rosie. Yep. Rosie's just pointing out a air vent that's on the ground. Rosie, the bulldog, has the agility to climb up the air duct because Rosie is a kick-ass military dog, right? And here's
it's not like Rosie is a German Shepherd. We should be clear for those of you who haven't seen the movie. Rosie is like a English bulldog almost, right?
Just like, not even, bow-legged, smoking cigarettes. But the sound effects that you hear when Rosie's up in the attic it's like a screaming, like, it's like a siren-y squeal type of thing. And I swear to God, I don't know if Dougherty had anything to do with this movie, but 30 Days of Night, which we'll definitely cover at some point. It is a winter movie.
That's true.
The sound effects of the vampires in that movie, it's the exact same sound effect.
Okay.
I just love, the Willem scream. These are my Willem screams, Art. I'm like, that's 30 Days of Night. That's my gorehound. But the dog's up there.
Rosie making a valiant fight up there. It sounds like Rosie's driving those things around.
But cracks in the ceiling, and then Rosie, I believe, and the freaking Jack in the Box land right in the middle of the living room. Like,
and this Jack in the Box, like Erik pointed out earlier, is big. So it crashes.
It's what, 12 feet long, right?
Yes.
And it's big enough to swallow a chunky teen. So, and what I love is you probably clocked this one too, but Howard looks at it and he goes, ew.
Yeah. Well, because you said that mouth of it opens up. It's like,
wet. And inside of your picture, everybody, the inside of your lips. That's all you need to picture. And that's what it is.
Howard's going to shoot it. He's about to shoot it. And our angel baby owl falls down on him.
Yes. It's going after him. They're all still alive, apparently, because the evil teddy bear shows up.
The evil teddy bear's there, too. Like so we're getting more of these things.
Omi.
Yeah.
It's going to eat Omi. But who's the hero now?
Aunt Dorothy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she knows how to use a shotgun.
Gets the bear, boom, and when she hits the bear, it just plasters up against the wall.
Yep.
And then the owl, they throw the owl like it's skeet shooting for Aunt Dorothy to hit, and she does it, and she nails it, and it lands, boom, perfectly right in the wreath that's on the wall. Boom. So
it is right. Great bit, because then the wreath and the angel just go, pew, fall down.
So, little technical things. So do these things, can you kill them? Like in a few minutes, will they come back to life? Like I don't know what the deal is.
As a viewer, we probably won't know, but as a seasoned monster person like myself, and I say that with your glasses, these glasses. Hold on. Putting on my
cinematic,
glasses. As a seasoned monsterologist, Art, these are entities just like Krampus, and they may be deterred, but they will always return in their forms because they are literally thousands of years old. I don't know if you know, but they made gingerbread people thousands of years ago. And teddy bears? Thousands?
And
I'm just saying. Go ahead.
Well, we're about to, I think we're going to get the Jack in the Box is about to get shot, but then a horn sounds. This big, Dorothy. Loud horn.
Aunt Dorothy, they're like, finish it. She's ready to blow them away, but yep.
And those little hands on the Jack in the Box, which you love, start clapping together. They're going like.
Love it. This character, I want to follow this Jack in the Box wherever it goes. I want its own little short film because it has an amazing personality. Yes, the little clapping of the hands, awesome.
It's like it's excited. It's like,
yay, we're saved. And Omi says, elves. And this is where Orsina went, what? Those aren't elves. Like, Orsina, I had to explain it. They're Krampus's elves, all right?
Yes, everything's on the dark side. Everything flipped, So they start just crashing through the windows. There are these, they all have masks like like those doll like masks. Some of them and porcelain-y.
Macabre.
Yeah.
If you look closely, if you guys are like me and you look closely, they have some symbols, like Norwegian symbols on their heads. Like some of them are broken. They all have different kinds of horns.
And some have like a long face, like those plague death people. Like so they come in and they got chains on them, and
So they're smaller. They're like kiddish sized, but they're just horrific looking.
Yeah. And they're crashing in, and they're sort of, it's kind of mayhem. On my second watch, I was trying to pick up exactly what's happening here, Erik.
Well, yeah.
So they push the family up against the wall. So, but are they wrapping a chain around Dorothy? Is that what it is?
They're wrapping a chain around Dorothy because she, tried to kill their friends. And they're also wrapping up the killer Jack in the Box because they're all these chains are all flying through the window. So so that's who they're wrapping up, and then they're not done because they grab the baby. Remember, there's a baby in the movie.
There's a baby, and they take off. One of them grabs the baby and goes out through the window. So baby gone. Yeah.
And then they grab up Auntie and she's all like, she's got her back to the window. I didn't think this was necessary, but she looks at everybody. She's like, see you in hell. And then she gets whisked away.
Yeah, yanked back through the window.
Any number of things, Art. You got anything that she could have said that would replace that? I'll see you in hell. Anything?
Well, I guess, is that supposed to tell us where this is heading? I guess this is supposed to be a foreboding of where this is heading.
I don't know. I wanted her to say something else, like something at least endearing, like, I tried, but see you in hell? Come on.
And so they have the family backed up, but then an even louder, another horn sounds. And then they all start leaving. All the elves start leaving out the whole big hole where the windows used to be.
Yeah, it's another call. And Howard, remember Howard?
Yeah.
He's like, this is some twisted fairy tale horse shit.
Mm-hmm. One of them, when it goes out, he stops at the window, the last elf out, and he looks at the family and he points like, ooh.
Yep.
And then he jumps out. Yeah.
Yep. But Howard tries to rescue his baby and he gets dragged out as well. So we just lost Howard, Auntie, and the baby. All gone. Oh, and plus the teen who was sucked up inside that.
That was Jordan, because Stevie's still here.
Alive.
Yeah.
If she's still alive right now, is she like, what the hell? Like, is she being jostled around?
Or is she being digested?
Right? Or is she in like a ball pit going, I just.
Ugh.
Yeah, but they're all gone.
So we have Tom and Sarah and Linda, and then we have Stevie and Max and Omi.
Yep.
That's who's left.
Yep. So Dad, he gathers the shotgun and he decides that they're going to go for the snowplow. And what I love is that they all suit up for the weather because, right? They had to. If they didn't, then
they'd be dead in like 8 minutes. Yeah.
Right. The snowmen, which never come into play now.
I know. I knew you were going to be disappointed. I was too. They don't come into it.
Here's where Miss Dougherty, if you're listening, and I know you are, just like Tony is, why not have the elves break out of the snow people? Like they come out of those. That's what.
Yeah,
that would have worked. But the snow people are just.
I think maybe Dougherty knows more than we do, Eric, because I think it's tough to make snowmen actually scary, right? They try in a lot of stuff, but
they are scary. And speaking of scary, I'm hearing nothing but like horn howling noises right now.
Yeah.
I think Orsina's playing.
We should keep going with the recording, right? But that's kind of loud in the background.
Yeah, sorry. Can you hear that?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. It's probably Orsina making cookies.
So they're all heading out of the house and they're leaving, but Omi steps back and then she closes the door and bolts it from the other side.
She not only bolts it, but she takes that 2x4 with her 80-year-old hands and frickin' closes the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Tom is like, Omi, come on, what are you doing? And then what does Max say? Max says
she wants to face him. She's trying to help.
Yeah. So I was wondering at this point, watching it, Eric, I'm like, ooh, what's an Omi and Krampus face-off going to look like? I didn't know what was happening.
Art, it's going to be great. Just like every horror movie where the person stays by to like be like, I'll take care of this, right? The big drawn out scene. What I do like here is Omi's in the house. The fire's out now, and the song clicks on the radio.
Yes.
Up on the rooftop, reindeer paws. I just thought.
Great song selection for this scene. Yes.
Yes. And before she does say be good before she closes the door. Yep. And that's that fireplace. We finally know what happens to the fireplace, Art.
Yep. It cracks down above the fireplace. It's splitting the wall open.
Yeah.
And then it's a very slow, they really milk this. It's like the hooves come down and then the hands come down. And sometimes they're doing shots from inside the fireplace looking out. And then what's great, Eric, is the horns. The horns that are curve out, coming up out of the fireplace. And it's just, it's
and I don't
great.
know what, for the viewer, for the listener, the horns it would be like a long-horned goat. So they're real, like antelope, almost like antelope horns like that.
Yeah.
Like super long and curved. And the fingers are like Grinch length, super long and black with mega claws. And so whatever's coming out of there. And I love they shot on the bell, the Krampus bell too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And so
And
finally,
he comes out, and then we see that he's got the sooty Santa robe that we all know on.
Yes.
And it's even up over his head, and the collar of it, that white fur, is all sort of darkish with soot.
yeah, you've done the Christmas Carol with me,
Mhm.
and my Ghost of Christmas Present has a robe like that, and the fur, because if you're doing older style Santa, it's not white, it's brown. And
Mhm.
so that's what it reminds me of. It's got the brown fur and the hood, like you said, and then he's got a huge humpback.
Mhm.
And this thing's how tall would you like? 10 feet tall.
Yeah, he's
It's
really
pretty tall.
And his face, there's something weird about his face. We'll talk about it, because
Yes, we will.
I get the idea, but I think you have to see it on a pretty large screen to catch what's going on here.
Yes.
But it's a mask. We're
Correct.
not seeing his face.
No.
It took me a while to catch on to what was going on here.
Yes.
Because at first, Eric, I was like, "Oh, this is weird. His face doesn't seem to be moving." I
Correct.
wasn't quite sure. Yeah, right.
So what he's wearing is a parody, like he's making fun of Father Christmas or Santa Claus. So he's got a fake mask on, but the mouth is wide open
Yes.
with a row of teeth. And I have this. I don't know if this now is the time to present it, but we have a Krampus in our house.
Ooh.
So yeah, this is a Krampus doll. You can hear that.
Oh, he's even got bells. Eric's shaking it. It's got bells. Yeah.
It's tied up right now because we released Krampus on December 2nd.
It's like the Zuni fetish doll.
Yes. This is my Zuni fetish doll. It's got a big old tongue. But the one in the movie, you can see behind the mask. If you're paying attention, and please do, you can see that it's definitely a mask because it has these like goat eyes, and
he has the
behind the
hooves.
mouth.
He's got the hooves, like we said. And so this creature is the guy controlling it, just for a little behind the scenes.
Oh, wait.
Is the guy inside this suit is got extensions on his legs that go down to the hooves. So he has to walk on sort of elevated on these sort of elevated platform. And he's inside, and the way he sees Eric is there's a tiny video screen inside that costume for him.
Yeah.
And the camera is in the mole that's on Krampus's face. That's where the camera looks out from, so he can operate it from inside. There's no eye holes. So he's watching a monitor because he has to use all his hands. He sometimes uses it to control that mouth that you're seeing on there, and he can control the hands. If you look at the behind the scenes, it's pretty amazing.
I'll have to do that.
Yeah,
I didn't look at the behind the scenes on this one.
It's really amazing what they're doing with that.
And while we're here,
it's all practical, and it's a suit, and it's a guy in there.
It is great practical effects, everybody. But spending time on the Krampus character because it's Krampus. But he's got chains. He's got those bells. His horrific monster hands, just to show you that he's somebody, he has rings on.
Yes.
He's wearing rings. So you're like, this is a person. It's like, it's not a monster in the sense of like, it's just a...
What was that symbol on the ring? What did you... is it from anything?
Now. I don't know.
You can make out the symbol on one of the rings, but I didn't know what it was. I didn't recognize it.
It's probably Santa. Probably Santa gave it to him. He's like, no, don't mess around, buddy. But you can tell that it's a character. So you're imagining that maybe the horns are really Krampus's horns. Like, but there's more. He has a horrific tongue.
Oh yeah,
it's a snaky, big.
Like you said, traditional Krampus imagery always has that tongue snaking out of his mouth.
My guy has the tongue.
Yep.
Whoa!
Yeah,
and he touches Omi on the cheek with his little claw. Right, and here's the big standoff. Right, here's Omi versus Krampus.
Yeah, but he has a big toy bag. He has a big bag in front of her.
Yep.
And he opens up the bag.
Yep. And she looks in.
And we look in, and there's a bunch of, would you call them demonic toys?
Demonic toys, which we could cover. We could cover demonic toys. It's so bad, it's good.
Now, but these, Eric.
Yeah.
These ones in the sack, did you stop and look
Yes. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
So there's one that doesn't appear, and I really want like deleted scenes of this guy, but there's a nutcracker.
Yes.
I want to know what that toy does when it attacks you.
And it's very fast. It's actually really hard to
Which is
stop
kind
it.
of cool. You're like, what is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they jump out at her. They're all like, and they jump out. So
that art is the last we see of Omi.
yeah, I thought it was going to be
off-screen kills.
Yep.
All of them are
Yeah.
off-screen kills. So you got our remaining survivors heading out to the truck.
Yeah, they're trudging through the snow. You can barely see them. There's so much snow. It's really dim. So we got Tom and Sarah, Max, Stevie, and Linda.
Yep.
That's who we have left. And then something's coming through the snow.
Yep. Bugs Bunny's back.
Yep, like you said, Tremors, like Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, it comes back, and Dad's doing his best. He's got the shotgun with unlimited shells. It's like 40. And he's just firing into the ground. And the truck's right there. That truck that they're relying on.
The snowplow. Yes.
Yeah. But Dad makes his last stand, and he runs out of ammo.
Yeah, Shepard's got to protect his flock, Erik.
Yeah. Oh,
so he makes the last stand. And he's out of ammo. He gives a last look back to them and just whoop, he gets pulled down underneath the snow.
Yeah. And then Linda is next.
Mm-hmm.
They're really close to the truck, but Linda, she gets whatever is there is like pulling them under the snow so we don't see it.
Yeah, they just get yanked down. And so Linda and then Sarah, the mom.
Yeah. Mom says something like, I love you. And then you can hear her pull under. It almost sounds crunchy.
That's I have written in my notes. There's a crunch. Yes.
Right.
Like,
so they're dead. All right.
Yeah.
They're not storing them up somewhere. They're dead.
So now it's just Stevie and Max left, and they get into the snowplow, and we realize these are like 11-year-olds. How are they going to? Max is even like, I've never driven like a stick shift. I don't know, how to start this. So he's trying to start, and then the elves are coming around the windows. They smash in. They pull Stevie out into the snow. And
interesting last like final girl Stevie. I mean, Max is technically our final girl, but why did they choose Stevie to live so long? I was like, wow. Why wasn't it the sister? I don't know. But yeah, it's just Max, but not before we see that whatever's under the snow doesn't really care who it's killing. So one of the elves gets eaten by whatever it is. He's like, whoa!
Yeah, these things are just under there.
What is it? Right? So it's not the elves doing it. What is it?
I don't know.
Pulling them under? We never know. It's not the Jack in the Box because that guy's slow.
No, exactly. So Max can't start the truck.
Nope. And he gets out of the car.
But he can hear Stevie.
Yeah,
he's Stevie off calling, and it sounds like it's actually Stevie yelling.
Yeah.
Like so he's trudging through the snow, and then he sees off in the distance something like lights off in the distance. But then Krampus shows up.
Yeah, there he is, and he has his hand all curled up, and he drops something on the ground.
And it's a piece of paper crinkled up, it looks like,
And he Max unwraps it, and it's his note, pieces of his note, and there's a Krampus spell art.
And we hear a flashback to Omi's story.
Yep.
He left me as a reminder.
In case we didn't know. Yeah, so apparently Krampus doesn't want him. He's just like leaving him.
Yeah,
right?
As a reminder to everybody. Maybe Max can tell future generations.
Yep.
Max will be making the cookies from now.
He's going to make my Sanderlandy. He's going to make the Slaubespielers. But
there's no war going on, so how's he going to cover that his entire family got?
He's like, I don't know. Something happened. There's a gas leak. It's a gas leak.
And then Max comes upon what I'm going to call like an evil luau. It's like...
Oh, funny you said luau. I was thinking it was like a campground. You know, when you go to New Hampshire and you set up camp.
Yeah, but it's like all the evil beings we've seen, and they're around. There's torches, and they're just celebrating. Yeah,
they have a sleigh, and they're not.
I like it. The evil sleigh, the sort of dark version of Santa's sleigh.
They're like skeleton goat monsters, right?
Yeah, sort of like a little bit like tauntauns, a little bit like tauntauns from Empire Strikes Back.
Four-legged tauntauns.
Yeah.
So
And-
all of our friends are here. We see the bear, I think, is in the sleigh having a hot chocolate or something. But what I love is
your Jack in the Box guy is definitely there.
They're all there. They're all hanging out, having a good time. And Max is like, "Hey, asshole!" I love it.
He's going to take back his wish. He goes, "I want to take back my wish," and he throws the ornament at Krampus.
Yep. And he says, "Give me back my family." And the bell sinks into the snow. I don't know how you felt about that. Was this a moment where you're like, "Oh, Eric's digging this. Eric's digging this." But that's exactly what I was doing.
Yeah. And it opens up. The ground splits. It opens up.
And it's snow. So whatever, it red, like orangey cracks, like lava. And then the ground heaves up. And it looks like a fiery snow volcano inferno. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And they're about to throw Stevie into it.
Yep. But Max is going to appeal to Krampus. He's going to,
Yeah, he picks up, I thought it was a stick, but we're talking about sound effects. He's got a stick and like he's going to hit Krampus with his tiny stick. But when he drops it, it makes the metal clanking noise. So I didn't know what it was.
I didn't know what it was either.
Yeah. But it shows he's not going to try to battle Krampus.
No. And he's crying at this point.
Yep. And he says, "Hey, just take me instead."
Mm-hmm. And it's emotional, Eric, because we think Krampus reaches out with his clawed hand and with his long nail touches the tear on it's like E.T. or something, right?
Yep.
But then
he says, "Be good," and then he leaves, right? No,
then we start to hear giggles throughout the crowd that's there. They all start going, and we see that Krampus is kind of laughing a little bit too. And we realize, Krampus isn't swayed by this at all.
Nah.
And they all start laughing maniacally. And what I love is two of the evil reindeer, Eric, butt their heads together because they're enjoying it so much.
Yes. Art, that little bit that they didn't have to include, it shows that everybody's in on it. Yeah. They're like, think. Really good. Like two guys at a football game.
Yeah. They're really
good. They throw Stevie into the abyss anyway. They just drop her down there. Endless flaming pipe.
Mm-hmm.
And then what I love is Krampus grabs Max by both hands and picks him up. And when this first came out, remember that I go to like St. Louis and I go to the like haunted con.
Yes.
They had a Christmas section and they made a freaking animatronic of Krampus holding a kid like that. And the kid's legs are flailing. This was an animatronic.
I think I saw you posted a video of it. I think I remember this. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But Krampus is holding him over the
hellfire. Yeah.
Yep. And Max just looks at him and goes, "I'm sorry. I just wanted Christmas to be like it used to be." So that's it, right? Krampus is like, "Okay, you can go."
No. You keep expecting it. And I have to say, first time you see it, you don't know what's happening. And then now you're like,
doesn't let him go. Oh, jeez.
Tosses him into the fire.
Great visual. It reminds me of like Hans Gruber falling to his
in
death.
Die Hard, falling down. Mm-hmm.
It's great. So that's the end of the movie, everybody. What'd you think? Oh,
no. And this is an interesting. I thought this is an interesting way to end this movie.
Yeah.
So Max wakes up. Wakes up in his bed.
Yeah.
And snowy outside, and I guess he hears downstairs. It sounds like it's Christmas morning.
Well, you have to check the calendar to make sure, Art.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he has to go. He just woke up from whatever this was. First thing he does is he checks the advent calendar, and it's the 25th, which isn't actually on an advent calendar. Just FYI, everybody. It ends with the 24th, everybody. I have one.
Movie ruined for you. Ruined
it. The cookie's accurate. Advent calendar, not so much. He goes downstairs and it's everything looks normal outside. Everyone's waiting for him. And what I love is it's the creepiest frickin' version of "Have this all happy, have yourself a merry little Christmas." Like, wow, it's a creepy.
Yeah. And so everybody's there. Everybody's there. They're all in I don't want to say matching, but they're kind of in pajama-y outfits, but they're
morning Christmas gear. Yeah.
Christmas morning stuff. Yeah. And Howard's like, oh, you're finally up. Big Howard and everybody's waiting for him. And they come down and it seems I don't want to say, this is why I want to talk to you about this. I like the way this is done because it seems like I'm putting in quotes, normal Christmas, but it doesn't, there's something, it doesn't feel like these characters are the people we've seen in the movie.
True.
Right?
Yes. It doesn't hear him go like, oh yeah, you're sorry, the dog makes noise all night. And he's like, yeah, it does. Like, it's no big deal. And hey, Maxi Pad and all that stuff. And Omi's alive.
Mm-hmm.
She has to cook. She's giving out, I think, hot chocolate.
Mm.
And
they start opening presents and they're
and you get all that. I know you want this. I keep deciding what year I'm going to get it for you.
Yeah. What's that?
But a stuffed roadkill.
Yeah. What was that? It was a present to Sarah.
Yeah.
And
she screamed when they opened. It's like the leg broke, but we put it back. You can't even tell. Yeah, it's a stuffed.
Is that what we heard break when they brought in the presents at the beginning? I'll bet.
Yeah, one of them gets brass knuckles.
Yeah, Stevie, I think, got brass knuckles. So, but yeah, and then he's smiling. Max is on the couch and they hand him a present. He gets on his lap. And then he has a little moment with his mom and his dad. And he's like, oh,
Merry Christmas.
Is great.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. It's like everybody. And then he opens his present, Erik.
Yeah, you know what, Art? I just got, this is right over here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
I don't know. It's right there, but that's my name. See, Erik.
Oh, yeah. It says Erik on it. Yeah.
Little gold there.
Mm-hmm.
And this year.
Little box.
Little gold box there.
Okay.
I'm gonna unwrap it.
Interesting.
Oh.
What's that?
Oh.
What's there?
Oh.
It's like a bell. It's like a...
Yeah. It's an old looking bell. It says...
Yeah. Krampus.
Kraus. Bomb. Krampus. Oh, greetings from Krampus.
Oh, wow. And that's what Max has in his box too, Erik.
Yes.
And then the music gets a little weirder, even from what you were saying before. Yeah. And then everybody it seems almost like one by one, each person in the family starts to notice Max has that bell and they all kind of look, their expression changes and becomes very, not scared, but very resigned or very, it's hard to describe, but they all is not right.
Just remembered something, and they don't want to say it, except for that one kid that smirks, and I just can't stand it. I was like, couldn't you just have a serious face for 1 second?
Yeah,
but yeah. They all think of something. And the camera zooms outside, and we see them inside the house, and then we see Krampus's hand, and he's holding a snow globe, and that's their house.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it zooms out, and the house is in a snow globe.
Yes.
What?
But it pulls back even further.
Mm-hmm.
And there's other snow globes in this awesome set of Krampus's lair.
Yeah. It's like a cabin cave dwelling. And how many snow globes would you say?
I don't know, but they're everywhere. They're in nooks and crannies of the cave. And if not hundreds, it's thousands, right? Mm-hmm. And so it pulls back.
And then just to give you a little bit more, the creatures come out of nowhere and go blah, 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 in your face.
The little toys, they come in from the sides of the screen.
If you pause it, it's very blurry, but there's elves there. There's the your owl angel. There's the bear. And there's our Nutcracker guy is there. So I'm like, what's he going to do? Can we see him, please? Can we see what he does, please?
That's the R-rated version what the Nutcracker does, Erik.
Like,
wouldn't that have been great if Howard, the gingerbread man, and then he gets attacked by the Nutcracker?
Right, Nutcracker starts crawling up his pant leg. The little thing in the back is going, chaka, chaka, chaka.
Yeah. And so that's it. So let's just talk quickly, Erik. the ending,
love it.
what did you think of it? What are you thinking thematically? What are we supposed to think? What do you think?
You guys can think whatever you want.
Mhm.
However, I believe that this is what I think, and I believe it's been proven that this is exactly it.
Okay.
Is that they are not trapped forever in a snow globe, reliving the same day over and over.
Okay.
Krampus has that house as like, I'm watching you guys, so you better be good for goodness sake. So, because otherwise, what would be what? And first, I do want to say, Art, now that we're here, I do love Krampus so much. In fact, that I thought Orsina gave me the world's greatest Christmas present, and she has. But my son Phoenix made that Krampus prop. He found the Krampus bell. He meticulously recreated the box, the velvet,
Oh my
even
God.
the wrapping.
That's amazing.
I don't know if you can see, the wrapping paper, and then the name Max looks just like. Where is it? Just like this.
Yeah,
Except mine is Erik.
Amazing.
And I was just like, oh, I kept it out all year. So I get giddy with Krampus. I don't know why. I do have a couple issues that we should just completely overlook, because part of it, you're like, wait, what? The delivery guy, he was dead. We saw his dead corpse.
It almost looked like he just was dead from fear, like you see in movies where he's frozen in a scream, right?
Yeah,
a mid-scream.
All the other houses, they all experienced Krampus in the entire neighborhood before this family. And if so, why did he take out the entire neighborhood? And if so, did he do that with Omi's? No. Did he do that with Omi's town? Is Omi's town completely decimated? And everybody thought it was like a bomb?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But I don't want to know, because I don't care. I don't think past that. Past that.
But I was thinking of the ending, Erik. So my question isn't at the ending. I think it was an interesting ending for me, and I thought a good way to end it. It ties in, I think, to the themes they were really hitting heavy at the beginning with, like, why do we have to be around these people just because it's Christmas? These people we don't have anything in common with. And then at the end, it appears that they're all together and it looks okay, but then is it okay? So I was just trying to wonder what the filmmaker was trying to say about that. If he's like, yeah, we can all try to get together on Christmas, but it's really kind of BS. We're really pretending. I don't know. Like I said, I don't think it's answerable. I think it's, like you said, it's kind of like everybody's going to have their own interpretation of how they take this ending. But I was interested in that because they laid out that so heavily as a theme. But I think other questions, like you said, I do have I like this movie, but I do have, like you, my nitpicks with it. They introduce a lot of things, like I just said, like your family at Christmas, and we have to get together and look past differences. And then also they layer on a little bit of these political differences that we have in the country. And then they layer in this, they also put in this stuff like the shepherd's got to protect his flock. So the dad's got to, like, that don't quite land the way that they build them up. I think that they were maybe putting a little too much on there, possibly. I don't know, on the movie. I also think tonally, I think it hits the right tone. It's sort of like the same tone as Trick or Treat, but it's not R-rated. They
wouldn't let him do it.
They wouldn't let him do it.
Nope, you can't do that.
So I lose a little bit, just a little bit, Erik, of the nasty edge of Trick or Treat. I lose that here.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that. I also want to point out that the critic, if you guys are watching Krampus, if you're a critic, if you're critical of movies, then you're going to have issues. It's 46 Metascore.
Really?
46.
It's that low?
That low. And I think this Krampus movie, pointing it out, sparked the Krampus movement in America. And it is still, we have a freaking Krampus walk coming up in a few days here in Salem. And it's Salem. Right. I'm like, but you just forget all that shit and just watch a movie where this family is being attacked by Krampus. And if you just watch it for that, and walk away going, that was cool. But if you start breaking it down like, wait, why, how, what?
No, we can't sustain anything like that.
Yeah. And they could have done this and they could have done that and they could have like rated R, but it wouldn't have succeeded as much, I don't think. I think he made it so that almost everyone could see it maybe because he had to, but it's just a cool, you like Orsina, I'll quote Orsina, what the hell is going on?
Well, I'll split the difference with you, Erik. I do think it would be hard to put too much on this movie, but I'm going to go back to, I think that it layers a lot of things in that it doesn't pay off on, which I would have liked to have seen.
Yes.
And so so I know, but in the end, I will say,
yes.
In the end, I will say, Krampus is a really, really fun holiday horror movie. You are going to have a lot of WTF moments. I want to go back, and I didn't compliment it as much through this movie. There's really good filmmaking here with the shots and the lighting and the angles and how he films some of these things. Like I said, he's taking a lot from other movies that we know, but he's making it his own in a very unique way that I think is welcome to me. I like the idea of having this holiday horror movie. I want to see him go on and do other holiday horror movies, to tell you the truth. I'd love to see him attack some of the other holidays.
Trick or Treat 2 is supposed to happen.
I know. So with the reservations that Erik and I have kind of pointed out, I would recommend Krampus. I think that's great. No, but I would think that's crazy that it's a 46 on the critics score.
Well, because critics are tearing it a new butthole, kind of like we might.
So check out Krampus if you haven't.
Yes,
that's what I would tell people.
Me, Art, where you want a little horror with your Christmas time, but you don't want to see Santa hacking up young virgins, then Fright Night. Then this is it. This is not Santa. It's the dark entity Krampus, and they have fun with the lore. They just take it in a wickedly wild direction. And I watched it twice and a half so far this season. And I watched it with Orsina. And, even watch through the credits because it's real photos of the crew. And then Orsina says, I have brain worms, where I repeat a song or something.
Mm-hmm.
She goes around the house going, gross, bon Krampus. From the ending, gross. It's great. Watch it till the credits are done.
Mm-hmm.
I like Krampus, and I give it something. I don't know.
All right. Well, Erik, that's what we think of Krampus. I mean, it's tough because, especially with that meta score you were saying, it'd be good if we could give it a score, if we had a rating system. We should develop one for the podcast because we're always saying that we're going to, and we never have.
All right. In the spirit of giving and in the spirit of sacrifice, you got to remember that we do have one. And maybe I'll send it to you as a Christmas present.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a rating.
All right.
So
what is it?
It's 8.5 out of 10. Spitzbubus. It's, wait, that was the wrong cookie. Hold on. It's 8.5 out of 10. Dead man's legs. Everybody a real name for a cookie. Those Germans. It's a half a leg. It's a broken leg.
Well, that's great, Erik.
But I won't.
We could use that for every movie we see from now on. So I'm so glad we've established it for Krampus. But that's what you and I think about Krampus, Erik. We want to hear what everybody else thinks about Krampus. Let us know if you've seen it, and let us know what you think about the podcast and the episode and how we're doing. You can reach us at midnightcinemapod.com, or you can listen to us on any of your podcast platforms, Spotify, Apple. We're out there on all of them, and we'd really love to hear from you. If you're there, give us a rating and a review. We love to hear that from people, and let us know how you think we're doing. And Erik, you look a little concerned at what's going on there.
The fire's out. The fire's gone out.
You let the
freaking noise coming from the. So anyway, what were you saying? You wanted to?
No, I was just saying that people should reach out to us. And what's that,
there's
Erik?
a big freaking horn critter in the. Hey, you know what? This is some twisted fairy tale horse shit.
Oh no, Erik! I wouldn't go over there.
Take care of things,
Erik.